Live from the campus of Darien High School, this is boys varsity football on the DAF Media Network. Hi everyone, I'm Peter McLean. Alongside me today is Braden Shank. Braden, it's great to be back in the booth with you.
Yeah, it should be a great matchup today. Darien and Wilton both coming off of a bye last week. There's two solid teams. It's homecoming. Atmosphere is going to be electric here. Just a great day for football.
Yeah, what do you think we can expect out of these two teams today?
I think we should expect two very fast-paced offenses. Darien 4-0 on the season. Wilton 3-1, coming off of a very tough loss to Notre Dame West Haven. But both teams have solid quarterbacks, solid O-line, so it should be an interesting one.
Yeah, you referenced the Notre Dame West Haven game for Wilton. That game went to overtime where Notre Dame West Haven won it on a 2-point conversion. They're looking to bounce back today coming off that loss. Darien handled NFA, to say the least, up at their place 2 weeks ago. We're almost ready here. The captains are going out for the coin toss, and we'll be back in a moment with the start of this one. Welcome back here on the DAF Media Network. We're just about ready for a kickoff. Wilton won the toss and deferred their choice to the second half. So Darien will start with the ball here and look to get off to a quick start.
Yeah, you know, it should be a good one after this afternoon, as we mentioned. As you heard right there, the Darien student section showing up today. This is one of the hardest stadiums to come out as a visiting team to play at, and Wilton's going to have a very tough time this afternoon.
Yeah, it's officially a blackout. Darien wearing black tops with white pants on the field, but the student section is in pretty much all black. They're still throwing flour around over there. We're ready to get underway. As I said, Darien, black tops, white pants. Wilton in all white today.
Which I'm not going to lie, Peter, it's kind of a weird choice, you know, 70 degrees on a Saturday afternoon wearing the black jerseys. But I guess it's a Darien tradition, and it's definitely some pretty slick jerseys.
Yeah, as you mentioned, 70 degrees, beautiful out. Rain might come, but we should be good for the game, should stay dry. It's a beautiful Saturday afternoon for football. We got Minikis and Stafford back deep for Darien here. And Michael Cooper handles the kicking for Wilton. Cooper with the boot, and we're underway. Low first kick. Fielded by Stafford. Stafford takes it. Stafford finds a hole on the near side. What a start for Darien. Stafford to the 20. Stafford to the 10. Touchdown, Darien. Stafford goes all the way to the house on the opening kickoff to open up the scoring for Darien.
Wow, what a start for Darien.
We said Darien wanted to get off to a quick start. Can't get much faster than that. He takes that one back all the way to the house to start things off here.
Wilton, as you could tell, they were a little startled, that kind of low-liner kick, and Stafford just found every hole possible and just took it all the way to the house.
Absolute electrifying start for Darien. Allegro in to do the extra point here. Make this a 7-point lead for Darien.
It's actually Trevor Herget who needs to kick it.
My apologies.
It's actually McMullen.
We'll get it eventually. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up and good. And that will be a 7-0 start for Darien. Stafford takes the kick back all the way to get things going here.
You know, there's some people that still haven't settled into their seats already, and it's already 7-0 Darien.
Band didn't think they'd get to play the fight song that quickly, but here we are. So Darien will kick off just less than 15 seconds into this one. Didn't even get to run a play from scrimmage.
Hey, it's always a good thing when you don't have to bring your starting quarterback on the field and you already have 7 points on the board.
Well, Stafford on return, right?
Now Herget will be doing the kicking.
Trevor Herget to kick off here for Darien. Braden, if you're Wilton here, what are you doing? You're rattled after that kickoff. You think you got to settle into a good offensive rhythm and that can keep you back in it?
I think that's the important thing. You can't get rattled. You do just have to settle back in and just make those plays, you know, make the small plays. Last game against Notre Dame or West Haven, they had a 14-play drive, 80 yards that resulted in a touchdown. So if they can make those little plays and bring it all the way in the red zone, they should be looking good.
We've seen year after year the big thing with Darien is just not get out of the game too early. So Wilton really has to go, you think, on a long drive here to kind of stay in it, settle in, and get going.
Yeah, another thing for Wilton's defense is Darien, they just are a powerhouse in the first 2 halves. Their games, they've scored 49 points coming into today in the first quarter, and then 74 in the second quarter. So Wilton knows that Blue Wave might settle down a little bit in the second half, but for the next 24 minutes or so, they got a tough Darien team ahead of them.
Yeah, Herget had to switch out a ball, so he's just getting ready to boot this one away. Darien already up 7-0. For those who didn't join us for the first play of the game, Jeremiah Stafford took the opening kickoff back to the house to get Darien going, and here's Herget booting it away. It's fielded around the 6-yard line. It's Ben Calabrese on the return out to about the 25, and the Wilton offense will look to get going here.
Yeah, this Wilton offense led by senior quarterback Grant Masterson. He's having a great season, had 4 touchdowns in that Notre Dame West Haven loss.
Yeah, 13 of 22 for 202 yards. Loves to target Craig Heisey. He had 2 touchdowns in that Notre Dame West Haven game, and they'll look to get going here. Masterson dropping back, looking to run, and he won't get anything. Swarmed immediately. We'll have 2nd and 10 from the 26.
Another thing that Darien has really adapted to is that QB sneak run. A couple weeks ago against Newtown, they faced Dylan Magazoo, who absolutely demolished them on the QB runs. So that's something I think they're well protected against, and Masterson's going to have a tough time trying to pick up yards on the rushing game. Yeah,
Masterson trying to get something going first play of the game. They're unable to do so, and they'll set up for 2nd and 10. That's Jake Summer next to him in the backfield, near side of your screen. Max Silva in motion. Masterson takes the snap. Play is blown dead. Flag before the snap. We'll have to see what this call is. Appears to be a neutral zone infraction on the Darien defense.
Offsides on the blue wave.
And that will give Wilton 5 here to make this a much more manageable 2nd down.
Yeah, 2nd and about 6 or so.
Masterson takes the snap, dropping back, looking to throw. Pass to the near side is caught. That's number 4, Craig Heisey, for a pickup of only 2 or 3 yards, and that'll make it 3rd and 1 or 2 here for Wilton.
You know, it was a short gain, but it's something that will still get you yards and now a much more doable 3rd down.
Yeah, and you got to think this is a big 3rd down for Wilton.
This is a big, I mean, they were out of it early with that, or I should say they got down early. They're still in it, but this would be a big 1st down if they can convert it.
Masterson in the backfield, student section letting their voice be heard. It's been Calabrese in motion to the near side. Masterson hands it off. Jake Summer looking to pick up the 1st on the ground. It's going to be close. It looks like the spot will get it, and it will be 1st and 10 for Wilton here. You know, you mentioned the 14-play drive they had against Notre Dame West Haven. Got to think they just got to keep picking up these manageable chunks. No need to take a deep shot this early unless they see something and just try to settle into some sort of rhythm.
Yeah, there's no need to. They did have a big play in the Notre Dame West Haven game, but that wasn't until their 5th or 6th possession. So Wilton just needs to pick up some points here early.
Yeah, Calabrese had a 54 reception before the half. That's the play you're referencing. And another offsides for Darien here. Wilton will get another free 5 yards. Penalties maybe becoming an early theme for Darien here.
Yeah, Wilton coming into this game knew that penalties might not be their best friend. We keep referencing that Notre Dame West Haven game. They had 10 penalties for 80 yards lost against the Green Knights. So it's something that I think they got to like, that Darien's having some penalties called against them.
1st and 5 here for Wilton. Masterson once again into the shotgun. Takes the snap, looking to run an option to the near side. Pitch to Summer. Summer not able to pick up anything. Might lose a yard or 2. And that'll make it 2nd and about 7.
What I saw there, Peter, is Darien did their homework on this Wilton team. That short little pitch back to Summer is something that the Warriors have done a lot this season, but Darien was not fooled one bit by it.
Yeah, trying to get a speed option. The big thing with the option, you got to know your assignment and stick to it. Darien did a good job of it there. So knock Summer down in the backfield. 2nd and 7 for the Warriors here. Calabrese in motion. Masterson dropping back, looking to throw. Pump fakes. Now scrambles. Masterson will pick up a few and be tackled out of bounds on the far side. That'll make it 3rd down.
Good job by Masterson to scramble out of the Darien defenders. Should take another look at it. A couple guys really put the pressure on him, but he was able to sneak out.
Looked like he might have a throw early, didn't see anything he liked, hooked it to the other side and was able to pick up a few yards. 3rd and 4 here for Wilton. Another crucial 3rd down here early. Masterson in the shotgun. Calabrese in motion again. Masterson dropping back, looking to throw a pass to the near side is incomplete. There's going to be a flag down. It looked like Luke Damel gave a little push to Ben Calabrese there. I mean, got to think this is pass interference on Luke Damel there.
Peter, I know we're not the officials up here, but as you take another look at it, that ball was past the receiver. I mean, I don't know if that's a catchable ball.
Yeah, it's Medwar and Damold signaled right away that they didn't think it was catchable. Refs disagreed, and it will be first down here for Wilton.
Once again, that's the reason we're up here announcing the game, not on the field in the stripes.
We'll let them handle that one. Wilton will now be around the 42-yard line. First and 10.
First down and 10.
So they got the first one on a run. They got the second one on a penalty. 2 for 2 on third downs here early for Wilton.
Darien's lost, I believe, 15 yards or so to a penalty just on this first possession.
It's Masterson in the shotgun. Drop back, looking to sneak it up the middle. That'll be more successful than his first attempt. He'll pick up a few yards and make this probably 2nd and 8. You see Wilton early pounding the run game. They've ran a few speed options, a lot of quarterback options. Maybe that's something they're trying to establish early to set up something else later on.
Yeah, well, especially when you have a guy by the skill level of Jake Sommer with a little over 300 yards rushing. It's a good option to go to. I mean, Darien has not let anything up to the run game so far.
Masterson dropping back. Looking to throw near side. That ball is well out of bounds. Believe the intended receiver was Max Silva there. But that sailed deep into the Darien sideline, and it will be 3rd down. So, another 3rd down opportunity for Wilton here early, looking to keep this opening drive going.
3rd down 8, ball on 40.
Third and 8 here for Wilton. Masterson in the shotgun, Sommer behind him. Masterson snaps. Option to the far side. He has nothing going. The Darien defense will tackle him for a loss. That'll move it back to about 4th and 10. So we take another late look there. Leighton Reeser able to come down with the tackle for a drop of 2.
They got to learn quick here that QB run option is something that's not worked for them so far, and they might need to change their game plan up in the later goings in this one.
Yeah, Michael Cooper on the field to punt it away.
Cooper is set to take care of the punting.
Cooper gives this one a good boot, and that will fly out of bounds. The spot looks to be at the 11-yard line. Darien will take over 1st and 10. First offensive possession after taking the opening kick back off to a 7-0 lead. That's got to be comforting for Drake, knowing your team's already on the board before you even take the field.
Yeah, it's got to be very comfortable for Miles Drake, as well as he's got the skills to add some more points for Darien as him and the offense take over here.
Yeah, Drake looking to expand Darien's lead early. You see it on your screen. 598 passing yards this season for 10 touchdowns. Drake's been dominant, as the entire Darien team has been early this year.
Yeah, what makes him so good is that he can scramble and still get a good throw off, something that opposing defenses have not been able to stop yet.
Drake in the shotgun scrambles away. Pass is caught by number 12, Jake Wilson. And not enough for a first. It will be about 2nd and 3 or 4.
Nice job to find Wilson there. Nice job for Wilson. Put the catch up. Gain. It was actually moving it back. Maybe a flag. Oh, incomplete.
Ooh, pass was actually dropped as we got a run play to the far side. That will pick up a few more yards. It's Ty Kaminsky on the far side to set up 3rd and about 5.
Gain of 4, 3rd down.
Kaminsky is another guy to look out for on this Blue Wave offense, averaging 103 rushing yards per game. Yeah, his first rush right there, the back of the game.
Kaminsky has just been such an important part of this Darien offense, making him a threat beyond just Drake's arms and legs. Drake's in the shotgun, dropping back, looking to throw. Drake under pressure, looking to run out of a sack. He's got some room to the far side. He'll take it. We got a flag down. Drake was able to get back to the original line of scrimmage, maybe an extra yard, but we'll see what this call is.
mentioning Miles Drake, just that alertness to just keep running around, find the hole, and pick up a couple yards. They might be calling it back. And they're going to be calling it against the Blue Wave.
Yeah, penalty there on the Blue Wave. And this one will make it a long. It'll be 4th and 5 here for Darien. They'll send out the punt team.
So it was a block in the back on Darien.
Trevor Herget taking care of the punting for Darien here, looking to just flip the field. Calabrese will field this one going backwards. He's able to find a lane on the far side and get this one over the 50 to about the 44, and Wilton will take over with great field position.
Yeah, that's a great play there from Ben Calabrese to gain a lot of yards there and put Wilton in some pretty good field position to start the possession.
Yeah, Calabrese, an elite receiver, but he's helping out in the kicking game there as you'll take another look, going backwards on the front, able to turn up field and go on the far sideline to pick up a bunch.
Calabrese solid on the football field, also solid on the lacrosse field, committed to Army for lacrosse.
First down, 10.
Masterson in the shotgun once again for Wilton here. Got Parker Woodring in motion. Masterson going to try another QB run. He'll be able to break this one free on the far side. Calabrese down to inside the 20 before he is shoved out of bounds. And it will be 1st and 10 for Wilton. That's a big play you think they needed there, right, Braden?
Yeah, I guess I was wrong. I guess they do. They're just going to keep pushing the QB run. Head coach EJ Denizo, great call there to bring it inside the red zone for the Warriors.
Now Masterson been pounding the run game all day, finally able to break one free, and that will set up 1st and 10 from the 20 here for Wilton, trying to get on the board here in the first quarter. Masterson looking to run again. He'll shoot it up the middle. Masterson will break free, and that'll be a touchdown for Wilton. Masterson with the 20-yard rush to put Wilton on the board.
That's a nice retaliation score for the Warriors. Masterson, the 2nd game in a row he's done that. Rushed from about 20 yards or so to put it in the end zone.
So we take another look here. Fake option play. Masterson just shoots it right up the gut and is able to take it in the end zone, the senior captain. And this will be a 7-6 game. Wilton looking to tie it up here with the extra point.
Once again, I was wrong on that call. They do need to just continue to try that QB run option.
Cooper's kick is up and good. He missed an extra point at Notre Dame West Haven last week, but besides that, 11 for 12 on the year. Well,
when you look at that missed extra point from Cooper, it was the deficit that almost caused a Wilton Warriors loss, but luckily for them, the Notre Dame West Haven kicker missed an extra point late in the game, sending them to overtime.
Yeah, so just something to keep in mind here as we go along. Braden, some Darien fans might have some words with you after you say they were shutting down Masterson all day. Then he goes off and breaks 2 huge QB runs after a good punt return by Calabrese, which set up the entire drive. So, 7-7 game, 5:12 left here in the first quarter. Wilton special teams will look to do a better job than they did on the opening kickoff here.
That is true, and one thing is for sure, Pete, is Darien is going to look at those 2 runs from Grant Masterson and try to be able later in this game to try to shut him down and see what worked for him in the first 2 runs and not let that happen again.
Minikis and Stafford back deep once again for Darien. Another low kick. That one hits number 23 for Darien, Isaac McMullen. He falls right on top of it, not trying to risk a return there, and a repeat of the opening play of the game. Darien will take over right around the 35-yard line.
What that kind of reminded me of from Michael Cooper, former soccer player Michael Cooper. It's kind of a give and go to a teammate, that short little pass. It actually hit a Darien player trying to get it to his lineman and try to pick it up off a muff kick from Darien.
Now, we saw a similar low kick on the opening kick of the game. Do you think the opening kick got away from Cooper and that's what they were actually trying to?
It's very well possible.
Drake dropping back here, looking to throw to the near side. That pass is incomplete. He was out of bounds. Minikis was able to secure it, just not get a foot in bounds as well, and it will be 2nd and 10 for Darien.
Getting back on that kickoff topic, it is a tough job if you're one of the non-receivers or designated receivers. If the ball comes right at you, try to either get out of the way, or right there it hit a Darien player. He couldn't get out of the way. Luckily for the Blue Wave, they could stay with it.
Yeah, had to fall right on top of it.
First down, 10, ball on the 37.
So Drake in the shotgun here, dropping back, looking to throw. Drake having to rush out of the pocket, under pressure, flag is down. Drake able to find some room and pick up a few yards, of course. We've got to wait to see what this flag is in the backfield. But should it stand, Drake got 2 or 3 there. And it will be a hold on Darien, so this one will be coming back. It's Drake's elusiveness not able to be rewarded there.
Yeah, the penalties have just been killing the Blue Wave so far. They're losing precious yards on the penalties. This one's going to call them back at least another 5 yards. It's actually going to be more than 5.
Yeah, it appears to be a spot foul in high school football, so it's going to be 2nd and long here for Darien. They're going to have to try to get back on track for this set of downs. Drake in the shotgun, screen to the far side.
Stafford again.
Yeah, Stafford, 2nd big play of the game. That will get them right back on track, and it will be 3rd and about 5 for Darien here as we'll take another look. Screen to Stafford, set up all the way, and just had a bunch of green grass in front of him on the far side before getting shoved out of bounds, around the 40.
Yeah, that was a play that Darien really needed after.
Drake in the shotgun, ball out, looked like a screen pass again. Wilton pounces on it. Rule on the field, they'll take over here from their own 30-yard line as we'll take another look. Drake just got hit there, not able to hold on to the ball. Wilton comes up with it, and it will be 1st and 10 Wilton. Darien sideline thinking that might have been a forward pass of some sort, but it's clear on replay. I think that's a fumble.
Yeah, I think you could definitely tell he was trying to hold on to it and it slipped out. But now the Warriors are going to have it just outside of the red zone.
First down and 10.
Yeah, so Masterson looking to do something special here. 2nd drive in a row. They've started in their own territory, starting from the 29-ish here for Wilton. And after a big opening play, momentum starting to shift back towards Wilton, especially if they could get on the board here.
That's the thing, Peter, that I was saying is just they couldn't get rattled. And it's clear that since that opening play, they have not been rattled, and they've really settled in and started playing the game.
You got Woodring in motion. Masterson drops back. He'll try to take it himself again, and he'll be stuffed at the line. Maybe a pickup of 1 or 2, but not a whole lot going there.
I don't think he picked anything up there. It's going to be 2nd and 10. Good job by the Darien defense to not give up any yards.
Yeah, it's what they've been doing all day, with the exception of the 2 20-plus pickups Masterson had. Going to be, I think, a lot of this game is going to come down to whether Wilton is able to establish and exploit that QB run early.
Which they so far have shown that they've been able to, picking up that 7 points off of a QB sneak.
Masterson dropping back, looking to throw far side. That ball is caught by Woodring. He will be shoved out of bounds right around the marker. They're going to rule him short, so it will be 3rd and about 2 for Wilton here as we'll take another look.
Yeah, Woodring, another big receiver for this Warriors team. A little over 100 yards on the receiving game, picking up a touchdown in their Week 1 win against McMahon. Doing a good job to pick up some yards there.
Woodring, the Cornell commit for football, is an integral part of this Wilton offense. Masterson in the shotgun here.
Out of the shotgun.
You mentioned Cornell. He's not only talented at football, very smart as well.
Yeah. Masterson hands this one off to Summer. Summer bouncing to the outside. He'll pick up the 1st down and some, and this will set up Wilton 1st, and it's going to be close. I'd say 1st and goal most likely. They're looking to get another 7 points. We'll take another look.
Yeah, Wilton has shown they like to go to Summer. Just about 45 carries on the season. Picked up another one there and picked up the 1st down.
Ball spotted on the 12. 1st and 10 here for Wilton. And they went to Summer earlier on a 3rd and short. They went to him there. Both times he was able to pick it up. And now they're set up looking pretty on the 12-yard line. Masterson in the shotgun. Here's the snap. He'll look to run again. Swarmed by the Darien defense, but able to escape and pick up a yard or two. And the spot will be around the 10-yard line. Second and 8 here for Wilton. Just under 3 minutes here left in the first quarter. Masterson the shotgun, somewhere next to him. Most of their plays have been run out of this formation, Braden, today. Just Masterson and somewhere in the backfield.
Yeah, that's something that Wilton likes to do, is run the same formation, but just a lot of different plays with it.
Masterson dropping back, pass over the middle is caught by Woodring. That will be a touchdown, Wilton, and that will give them a 13-7 lead pending the extra point. We'll take another look. Just a little play action, slant across the middle. Woodring with a beautiful catch to come down with that one and give Wilton their second touchdown of the day.
It's a great job by Woodring to really get up there and make the catch, haul it in. 2 defenders on him. And he picks up the 6 points for the Warriors.
Yeah, and Braden, after that opening kickoff take back by Stafford, it has been all Wilton here. So they're able to respond with 2 unanswered touchdowns, and Cooper will try to make it a 14-7 game. Good snap, kick is up and good.
Kick is good.
And Cooper converts 14-7. Wilton, 2:07 left in the first quarter. You and I didn't think that was something we might be saying before the start of this broadcast.
You know, Peter, it's a 48-minute marathon. It's not a sprint. Wilton has come out of the gate firing. Darien, they still have time to really kind of get some offense together and put up some scores. But right now, it's been all Wilton for these past 10 minutes or so. And
we saw it in the Newtown game. Darien got down early, was able to respond and come back and take that one. They'll look to do something similar here.
That was another game in which I believe there was a fumble or an interception early that Darien saw that. It was kind of an eye-opening play that they got to really tighten up on the offense, and I got to assume it's the same case here.
Yeah, Darien all season has outscored opponents 49-7 in the first quarter. Wilton able to put up 14.
Yeah, when you look at Wilton, they've only put up 21 points combined in their first quarters in their 4 games. So it's definitely one of their better first quarters that they have played.
And if you look at it, Wilton has outscored teams 41-0 in the second quarter this year. So they'll look to keep this going into their normally good second quarters. Cooper to kick off here once again for Wilton. Another low squib kick, and this will bounce around the 20. Minikis picks it up on the far side, looks to switch the field. A lot of lateral movement, not much vertical. Helmet came off at the end of the play, and Darien will take over at the 24-yard line.
Minikis is going to have to come off the field for a play. Similar to the college rules, if your helmet falls off without being ripped off, you got to come off the field for a play.
So Drake setting up his offense here, looking to score their first offensive touchdown of the game. For those just joining us, Stafford took a kick back to the house, and that is Darien's sole score. Here's a handoff to Kaminsky. He'll run it right up the gut and just drag along defenders for a few extra yards. That'll be 2nd and 5. That's part of what makes Kaminsky so dangerous in the backfield. He gets stuffed at the line. He can drag defenders on for a few extra yards.
Yeah, he's definitely got a ton of strength to him. We saw, I believe it was in that Newtown game, that he dragged his defenders a good 5 yards, bringing it into the end zone.
Just so important when you can turn what might be a 1 or 2 yard gain into a 4 or 5 yard gain and stay on track for a first down. We'll have 2nd and 5 here for Darien.
Which that play's kind of almost underappreciated, just getting an extra yard or 2, but when you add up all those yards, it's a big gain throughout the game that you pick up.
Drake dropping back, looking to throw. He'll scramble up the middle and pick up, maybe get back to the original line of scrimmage. Not a whole lot doing there, but just showing there Drake's elusiveness, able to get out of a would-be sack and just make a broken play to get back and set up 3rd and 4.
It's going to be a big play for the Wave, 3rd and 4. They've not had the best of possessions here recently, but if Drake can get a first down and keep Darien moving into the end of the first quarter, that would be a big momentum boost for the Wave.
Yeah, Darien had to punt it away on their first drive of the game, looking to avoid that here. Drake dropping back. Drake's pass over the middle is in and out of the hands. That'll be incomplete. Jake Wilson was the intended receiver. He got hit right away. And Darien will be faced with a 4th and 4. We'll take another look.
great pressure by the Wilton defense. 33, I believe, Silva, if I'm not mistaken.
Max Silva, the wide receiver too, both sides of the ball. He's able to come up with a big hit there. Trevor Herget will look to punt it away for Darien. We got a little weird punt formation here for Wilton. They got a man at about the 50, and then Calabrese back around the 25. So that boot will go to Calabrese. He'll wave everyone off, and he'll just let this one bounce away. Turns out to be a wonderful kick from Trevor Herget. Flips the field. Wilton will have to set up 1st and 10 from the 11.
Yeah, I do agree. That was kind of a weird formation. It was almost like they weren't sure if Darien was going to punt it away, so they were not pushing all their resources back. But it was a punt from, I believe, Herget, and gets them within the 10.
It's something you see a little more in high school football with the inconsistency of high school punters there. You're not always sure where the ball's going to end up there, but a beautiful kick by Herget to flip the field, to set up, to pin Wilton back deep in their own territory. They'll have 1st and 10 from their 10. Worst starting field position Wilton's had all day.
Yeah, but they've shown that they're willing to make plays and really get better field position.
Masterson in the shotgun, somewhere next to him. We've seen that a lot today. Masterson dropping back, looking to run again. Looking to get to the edge. He won't be able to, but cuts it back up the middle. And no gain, maybe a yard or two. And that might just do it for the 1st quarter. Wilton won't have to run another play unless they want to.
Looks like they're taking their time. That's going to probably take us to the end of the 1st quarter.
Yeah, so Damo with the stop there. An exciting 1st quarter of football here on the DAF Media Network. We'll take a short break and be back in a moment for the start of the 2nd. Welcome back here on the DAF Media Network. Thanks for spending your Saturday afternoon with Braden Shank and myself. Masterson with it in the shotgun for Wilton here, 2nd and 10. And Summer will just punch it up the gut for no gain, maybe a loss of 1 here. As an exciting and unexpected 1st quarter here. We had Stafford's kickoff return to open the game. Then Wilton came back and scored 2 unanswered touchdowns. And that puts us at 14-7. 3rd and 8 here for Wilton. And you got to think this is an important play, trying to keep the momentum they had throughout pretty much the entire 1st quarter, minus the first few plays.
Yeah, plus they're not in great field position, so if they do need to punt it away, it could be good for the Wave.
Masterson gets taken down in the backfield around the 2-yard line. Just had nothing going on that play. Will take another look, bails out to the near side, and just swarmed by Ivanchek and co.
Ivanchek broke 2 defenders on that play, picking up his 5th sack of the season. It's a great job by a senior veteran player.
Yeah, Ivanchek just so important to this Darien defense, and Wilton will now be kicking it away from their own 3-yard line. Cooper's going to be deep in the end zone here as he tries to flip the field.
Wilton can have no mistakes right here, because even just the slightest snap miscue will be just a golden opportunity for the Blue Wave.
Yeah, Cooper almost standing on his own end line as he just looks to get this one off. Darien looks to be sending 10 guys in rush. And Cooper's able to get it off handily. Lesperance runs into Minikis on the return, but he'll break this one free to the near side. It's just Cooper to beat, and he does! Lesperance takes the kick back to the house to make this a 14-13 game. All of Darien's points coming on special teams today so far.
Peter, if you started this Darien defense and special teams in your fantasy league, you were having a day today. 2 touchdowns. And Lesperance right there. I said it would be trouble that they couldn't have any miscues and a short punt, and he brings it all the way back to the house.
Lesperance fielded the punt and ran into Minikis. It looked like the play was going nowhere. Lesperance able to break it on the far side and bring it all the way back to the house. So we've played just under 15 minutes and already had 2 special teams returns to the house here as Darien has some personnel confusions. We're just waiting for the extra point to tie this game up.
McMullen to kick it once again.
That is up and good. That will tie this game at 14 all.
Yeah, Peter, I got to say, this is not a game I expected from the Blue Wave, where their special teams is doing all the heavy lifting. Their offense has really struggled to get the yards and the red zone opportunities.
All year, Darien has obliterated opponents, with the exception of the Newtown game, of course, outscoring opponents 164 to 29. Very few teams have been able to do anything to stop the offense, but so far it is all Darien special teams.
Yeah, and you mentioned that Newtown game, the one exception. I think you could throw that in there. That second half, Newtown was shut down. They didn't get even a red zone opportunity all second half. So it's just been a dominant season for the Blue Wave throughout all 4 of their games.
Yeah, this is not the start Braden or I expected here when we showed up. As Herget here to kick it away once again for Darien.
Herget kicking off.
Herget, short kick here. Calabrese will take it on a bounce. And
Calabrese across the 25.
have a small gain. That'll pick it up to the 25, maybe the 26. First and 10 here for Wilton.
So far what I've seen from Wilton is that when they are given a good field position, they can capitalize it. But there's many times, or I should say the few times, that they haven't had great field position. They've not really been able to do much with it. So it's going to be interesting here if they keep that streak going, or if they kind of break it here and bring this one all the way into the red zone and potentially put up some points.
Wilton just not really able to establish much of a passing game either here early. It's been a lot of runs, mostly by Masterson, a few by Summers. We say his name. He takes this one, able to break free, still going. Summers turns what looks like another stopped run into a 7 or 8 yard gain to set up 2nd and 3. We'll take another look here, just stumbling forward. We talked about how Kaminsky was able to drag long defenders and turn broken plays into more. Some were saying, hey, I can do that too.
I'm kind of wondering who the Darien defenders tackled, because they were like 4 guys tackling 1 guy down, and he somehow broke out untouched.
It looked like that play was going nowhere. Wilton able to break it and set up 2nd and 3. Masterson out to the near side. Looked like another option play. That one won't go anywhere. Masterson may be able to get back to the original line of scrimmage, and Wilton will have a 3rd down. Seen all day, when they've been have these 3rd and 2s, 3rd and 3s, they go to Summer. Do you think that's something they'll do again here?
I got to imagine it's been working for them so far, and this is a very run-heavy Wilton team. So I got to assume we're either going to see Summer with a run or Masterson's going to keep it and rush for the 3 yards.
Yeah, we saw the pass completion for the touchdown to Woodring, a short gain to Heisey earlier, but besides that, not a whole lot going in the passing game for Wilton. So Masterson hands it off to Summers. He'll break free up the middle and pick up the 1st down and then some more. Set Wilton up around the 48-yard line. Masterson's 3rd down conversion on the ground today, as we'll take another look.
Yeah, as you take another look at it, he took a leg row for a couple extra yards, and it wasn't until Damel made contact with him, knocking him to the ground and taking him down.
Yeah, Christian Allegro is actually listed as taller and the same weight as Summer. So Summer able to make an impressive play there, drag Allegro around for a gain a few more. Masterson the shotgun, 1st and 10 from the 48. We'll have a whistle and a Wilton timeout. We'll take a short break with them and be back in a moment. Welcome back here on the DAF Media Network. 14-14 game between Darien and Wilton. 8:43 left here in this first half. First and 10 for Wilton from about the 48-yard line. Masterson, the shotgun, Summer right next to him, as we've seen all day. Masterson dropping back, looking to throw. Pass to the near side is caught by Woodring, pops out at the end. That's going to be ruled incomplete. Darien thinking that might have been a fumble, but oh no, excuse me, the pass is ruled caught in that he was down. So that'll be a first down for Wilton there. I thought he wasn't able to maintain possession through the ground, but no, the pass is going to be ruled caught as we'll take another look. Woodring comes down with it. Ball pops out.
The umpire was clearly signaling it was down. They're going to give him the catch. And it was close. I think he might have just had possession with it.
No doubt the call right away was that he was down. The umpire is signaling. It's Masterson with it here. He'll get dropped in the backfield. Ball comes out. He'll be ruled down there. That one much clearer than the prior play.
You can tell right there, Vanchek was having a word with the referee. That one, I think another one he was down on.
Yeah, as it's going to set up second and long here for Wilton. So we'll take another look here. Masterson. Or here's the Woodring catch. That's a tough one to call down, I think, but it was called right away, and Wilton will get that one. Second and long here for Wilton. Masterson in the backfield. Or Masterson in the shotgun, excuse me. Summers in the backfield. He's now motioning out. Masterson dropping back, looking to throw far near side. Calabrese, lot of contact there. That'll be a flag. Pass interference. I gotta think this is gonna be on Allegro. And that's gonna move Wilton down into the red zone.
Now remember, Peter, if this is pass interference, high school rules is just a 15-yard penalty, not the spot of the foul like the National Football League.
Excuse me, and there's still some conversation. They're waving the flag off. No pass interference, and that will just go as an incompletion. Looked like there was a lot of mutual contact, and that ball was thrown pretty deep. So no pass interference there. It's going to remain our 3rd and 15 here for Wilton.
So what I saw there is when he threw the flag, instead of telling the referee what the call was, he actually conversed with another referee to get a second opinion on it. And I think there was some disagreement as they do wave off the flag.
Yeah, a lot of the Darien fans letting their voice be heard, let's put it that way, of what they thought of that initial pass interference call. Masterson in the shotgun. He'll drop back, look to throw. This pass over the middle to Woodring, a lob. He won't be able to come down with it. No flag there, and it will set up 4th and long for Wilton.
4th and 16.
I gotta think you gotta punt this one away.
The offense is staying on the field for the Wilton.
I'd be shocked by that, Braden. They haven't been able to do much of anything through the air this game, and only a few 16-yard runs so far, so I'm surprised by this one, but Wilton going for it all here early. 14-14 game. A lot of time left here in the first half. Masterson will stay out there in the shotgun.
4th and 16. They need a big play, or at least some yards.
Or maybe they're just trying to draw. Yep. Masterson goes out there, just tries to draw the Darien defense off sides, which, to be fair, they have done twice today. And Wilton will just take a timeout. And I got to imagine they send out the punt team now.
Yeah. Looks like Cooper's coming out now for the punt team.
I'm curious about that, though, because even if you do get them to jump, you're still at 4th and 11 from your own 45. You got to think that's outside of field goal range.
What's also confusing here is they now burn their second timeout of the half. So in the case they do have a potential late possession, they only have one timeout to use.
Yeah, well, there's a reason we're in the booth and not on the field with a headset on. But Wilton now down to one timeout, 7:19 left here in the first half, as Michael Cooper, the senior kicker, is ready to boot it away here. Minikis and Lesbrandt's deep. Lesbrandt's taking one back. Stafford, who returns kicks, taking one back. Minikis, the only return man to not have taken one back today so far.
At least he's due. Could potentially seeing a big run here.
Cooper maybe going to start kicking the sidelines a little more. Just try to avoid a return. He boots this one right at Minikis. That'll bounce into the end zone and be a touchback. And set up 1st and 10 for Darien. They'll go from the 20. Just over 7 minutes left here in the second quarter. If you read the previews online going into this game, if you looked pretty much anywhere, maybe besides the Wilton football Instagram account, this was not going to be the game we had today, Braden.
No, from what I've seen reading those previews, if this matchup, if you look back on it 2-3 years ago, this would be the game you would expect. But both teams just have come out and played solid today. Yeah, if you look, a lot of, even the, here's a run to the near side. Kaminsky able to pick up a bunch, but even the game time polls and all of that, we're just talking about Darien's future schedule and kind of looking over this game, but early on, New Canaan give them a little challenge. Yeah, this is a big game for both teams. The mid-season point in the regular season, so both teams could desperately pick up a win today, and Wilton has just come out firing, something that the Blue Wave might not have expected when they started the game. Drake here in the shotgun, a lot of movement by the Wilton defense. We'll wait for the call. It will be on Wilton offsides. Darien will get a free 5 here, and that will move the chains, and it will be 1st down from the 31.
Ball on the 31.
We mentioned those penalties killed Wilton in that Notre Dame-West Haven game and might have actually cost them the loss. They had a 90-yard touchdown pass that was called back due to a holding penalty. And if that did stand, it would have been, because it was under 4 minutes left in the game, that would have been a Wilton win at West Haven. Yeah, Drake in the shotgun. Lesbrandt's in motion. That'll be a jet sweep to Lesbrandt's. Lesbrandt's not able to get much of anything there, maybe 1 or 2, and it will set up 2nd and about 8. Lesbrandt's roster as a wide receiver, but he definitely gets some rushing opportunities as he picks up the jet sweep there, as you mentioned, Peter, for some yards for Darien. Yeah, as we saw in the kick return, he's quick, so yeah, try to get the ball in his hands whenever they can. Drake in the shotgun. Hand off to Kaminsky right up the middle. He'll break free. Kaminsky across the 50, being finally dragged down inside the 45, call it the 44, and that will be 1st and 10 for Darien on a 20-yard Kaminsky run. Actually, looking back at my notes, Lesbrandt's had a 68-yard punt return against Bridgeport Central, so that's his 2nd special teams touchdown of the season. Yeah, special teams almost keeping Darien in this game. So their offense prior to this drive hasn't been able to do much of anything. They look to be getting in some sort of rhythm here now, though. Drake dropping back. Screen play to the near side. That's Stafford catching it. They ran this one earlier. We have a flag thrown from the back judge as Stafford gets dragged down here around the 40. We'll see what this one is. A lot of yellow on the turf here early, Braden. You know, I think it's a good thing the referees are keeping it a well-reffed game and calling a good amount of penalties, keeping it well officiated. Yeah, you got another look there at Kaminsky's 20-yard burst. They were able to get a 1st down there, but a holding call is going to set them back 10 yards. And this will be spotted around 48-yard line, so Darien back on their side of midfield here for 1st and 20. And what was a Darien offense motoring down the field, hit a little wall here. We'll see how they respond to that big loss.
Drake, high snap, hands it off to Kaminsky. Kaminsky able to pick up one or two. Drake had held onto that ball. He was about to get hit.
Yeah, Drake actually did take a hit, but Kaminsky powered through, gained a yard or two for the second, and should be about like 15 or so.
We have fourth down up on the board.
Second and 16. Little scoreboard malfunction here that says fourth. It is second and 16 here for Darien. Drake in the shotgun. Dropping back, looking to throw. Pass over the middle is caught. He's hit immediately. And that was Matt Minikis on the reception. And that'll set up third and 16 for Darien. He just got pancaked as soon as he caught that ball.
Yeah, the Wilton sideline was really happy with that short pass to Minikis, and Wilton just was there to stop it as you take another look at it. He did not waste a minute stopping Minikis.
So Darien facing third and long here. Drake in the shotgun. He's dropping back, rolling to the near side, looking to throw. Drake's pass over the middle is tipped away, incomplete. He was targeting Jake Wilson. Looked like he might have it, but a great defensive play by Wilton to bat that one away.
Yeah, Kevin Heisey was a little disappointed he didn't intercept it, but it was still a great deflection from him to force the fourth down for the Blue Wave.
Heisey has hands too. He plays on the other side of the ball as an integral part of the Wilton offense. But Darien will have to punt this one away now, fourth and very long, as we'll take another look here. Drake just rolling out.
He tried to use the height of Wilson to try to get it over the receiver, but Heisey had a nice jump on it and knocked it away.
Burgett's punt. It's a good one high, but it's fairly short. Darien's going to let this one roll out inside the 20 to about the 18, and Wilton will take over first and 10 with 3:52 left in the second quarter.
It's been just a very well-fought game by both sides. Wilton going to try to put some offense together, something they've not done in the second quarter.
Yeah, after a dominant first quarter that gave them a 14-7 lead, Darien able to come back, tie this one 14-14. Wilton trying to get back into a rhythm on offense. And it seems as soon as they stopped starting inside their own territory, Wilton offense not able to do much of anything.
I mentioned Wilton has outscored opponents 41-0 in second quarters.
There's a pitch to Woodring.
Woodring with the
little
carry.
jet sweep, not able to do much of anything, and it will be second and 10 for Wilton.
Woodring already with a touchdown in this game. A
Sean
nice touchdown
Quick
catch.
with the stop. Short gain, second down, let's call it 10.
Second and 9 officially. It's a long 9 though. We're approaching the 3.5 minute mark here left in the second quarter. It's Calabrese in the shotgun, Sommer next to him. We've seen pretty much one look all day from Wilton. A handoff to Sommer. Gonna get nothing. He's stopped right at the line. Great job by the Darien defensive line there to stop Sommer, not allow anything. That'll set up third and 9.
Steinkraus with the stop, along with the man kick. Third down, 9. Ball on 19. 2:45 remaining in the half.
Let's go, D!
Head on down to the concession. Get your dog, get your burger.
Calabrese in the shotgun. Calabrese looking to throw. Pass over the middle is incomplete, tipped, and falls to the ground.
Broken up by Joe Caesar.
Joe Caesar on defense there, and it will force fourth and long as we'll take another look here at Caesar's coverage.
The ball was knocked up in the air. Darien had an opportunity
Down,
to pick up the
9.
interception.
Comes out.
It was loose there. Just they couldn't come up with it.
Craig Heisey almost closer to coming down with that ball for Wilton, but it'll fall to the ground harmlessly. And Michael Cooper once again on to punt away. So after an exciting first quarter and an exciting start to the second quarter, the teams have kind of settled in now, and we're just punting the ball back and forth.
Hey, it's the tempo of the game. Both teams, neither one are willing to give in. Play clock is at 0.
Got some extra time there as Cooper boots this one away. A good punt that just takes a Darien bounce around the 50 and will roll out to about the 42-yard line to set up first and 10 for Darien.
Wilton's 42-yard line. First down, 10, Darien.
So 2:13 left here in the first half. Darien trying to get one more score before halftime. Of course, Wilton will get the ball coming out of the half. So you got to think, if you're Wilton and you go into the break 14-14, you got to be pretty happy.
Yeah, I'm not even sure if they expected to be playing this solid coming into today. That Wilton side of the field is very electric, as the Darien side is as well.
The big thing is they've had a few penalties to help them out, but generally Wilton just not allowing big plays from Darien. A few runs here and there, but they get to third down pretty quickly.
Just under 2 minutes.
Yeah, and both sides have really been making third down conversions, not here in the second quarter, but earlier in the game they've been making those third down conversions.
Drake here hands it off to Kaminsky once again. As we say, no big plays. He breaks one for a good gain. Picks up the first down for Darien as we have another look there.
It is interesting. Darien has all 3 timeouts left, so they're definitely going to use that clock to their advantage and try to get some points before the half.
Yeah, we're approaching the 90-second mark here left in the first half. Darien on the Wilton side of the field now, looking to make something happen. First down. Drake in the shotgun. He drops back, looking to throw. Pass over the middle deep is almost intercepted by Wilton.
Heisey again, almost with the interception, but once again, a nice deflection from the senior.
Heisey had an interception against McManus. We'll take another look. That's Kevin Heisey, not the offensive Craig Heisey.
But they both do play offense.
They both play offense. Craig's been a little more important to the Wilton offense so far, all season really. But Heisey not able to secure the pick there. And Drake will get the ball back in his hands, dropping back, looking to throw once again over the middle. That one is caught.
Stafford.
That's Jeremiah Stafford, comes down with it. I think they're going to mark him short of the first down here, as we are under a minute here in the second half. We'll take another look. Just good throw, good catch over the middle. Stafford not able to get anything afterwards.
Darien keeping the hurry up, not calling the timeout yet, and there's the
third
flag.
and short, there's a flag. We saw it on the far side of your screen. It's on Wilton, and that's going to give Darien the first down.
Looks like
Set up first and 10 from, call it it's going to end up being around the 33-yard line. 47 seconds left here. Darien does have all 3 timeouts. Looking to just get one more score before the half.
They need to capitalize here. 47 seconds plus 3 timeouts and just outside the red zone.
And also just to have your offense scoring a touchdown and not just your special teams before you go in the half. Drake dropping back, looking to throw once again. Pass to the far side is caught by Kaminsky. Kaminsky with room to run. Kaminsky gets hit of the one. It doesn't matter. He powers into the end zone for a Darien touchdown with 26 seconds left here in the first half.
We mentioned his size and how he uses that to his advantage to really kind of take advantage of the opposition. As you take another look at it, he took at least 2 defenders with him into the end zone.
Yeah, Kaminsky running on the near side. You see the 2 Wilton defenders. They're no match for Ty Kaminsky as he drags them into the end zone to give Darien a 20-14 lead, looking to make it 21 here with the extra point. And they're going to run a fake here. That's Minikis. Minikis tries to lob it into the end zone. That's good. A 2-point conversion by Darien. Minikis, the holder, came up with it, looked to throw, was able to find number 12, the junior Jake Wilson here.
Wow.
Does high snap, designed, maybe not. Either way, Minikis able to do something with it and just throw a wounded duck up in the air to Jake Wilson to get the 2-point conversion. That'll make it a 22-14 game with 26 seconds left.
Gotta assume that's Minikis' first career passing attempt.
I gotta think so. So that's a big one for Darien. After not able to get a lot going through the offense, at least in the first half, they're able to sneak a touchdown in right before the second half here, grab a 2-point conversion. That'll make it 22-14 with 26 seconds left here. Here's the boot. Return by number 26 on the far side.
Hahn.
That's George Hahn. Takes it across the 25, approaching the 30. So 1st and 10 Wilton, 16 seconds left. What are you trying to do here if you're the Wilton offense?
Well, I think for certain they can't turn the ball over here. I think they're going to keep it on the ground. I'm not sure if they're necessarily looking for points with only one timeout in 16 seconds, and they're getting the ball to start the second half. So I think they're just going to take a conservative approach here for these last couple seconds.
You got to think if they're able to break a big play, they'll try to run something off that. But besides that, fairly conservative. Same formation we've seen all day. Masterson and the shotgun almost next to him. Here's the snap. They're just going to give this to Somers. He's going to run for no gain. That might just do it here. Wilton does not need to run another play here if they don't want to. And it doesn't look like they would get one off either way. So that'll bring us to the half. Darien 22, Wilton 14. Braden, your thoughts on the first half?
It was just very well played by both sides. And if that first half is anything to tell us about the second half, we are in for a treat in this second half. This Wilton team does not want to back down. Darien made some mistakes. Their special teams have really been, helping them to that 22 points this game.
Yeah, so with the exception of the Newtown game, Darien has scored more than 40 and allowed less than 10 in all of their games so far. But as we head to the half, we have a good one. We hope you'll stay with us for what's bound to be an entertaining second half here. We'll take a short break for halftime and be back for the start of the second half. You're watching the DAF Media Network.
I'm proud of the work the Darien Foundation has done over the past 20 years. If you live here, our work has likely impacted you, your family, and your neighbors. Since our founding in 1998, we've provided more than $4.2 million in grants, which create opportunity for Darien's youth, support our town's safety and security services, and enhance the overall quality of life in Darien through collaboration with community organizations.
As a family that's relatively new to town and planning to make this our long-term home, I'm grateful to see my community and my family benefit from the Darien Foundation. When I learned that the edible gardens at the elementary schools, the generator at the Darien Library, and the playground by the Sound were all funded by the same organization, I raised my hand to get involved. I'm proud to support an organization whose impact I see every day in our schools and throughout our community.
So far this year, the Darien Foundation has awarded $138,000 in grants to enhance our community. In 2013, the Darien Community Association opened a 4-acre bird sanctuary thanks to a grant from the Darien Foundation. The serene wooded glade has attracted numerous birds, bees, and butterflies, as well as more than 200 school children and other visitors. This year, they added a new pondless waterfall, as well as more trees, plantings, signage, and benches. In 1976, the Darien Historical Society and Darien High School students built the Middlesex, an authentic replica of the 18th century whaleboats. These were used by local patriots in the Revolutionary War to fight the British Navy in Long Island Sound. The Darien Historical Society is restoring this artifact so that it can be part of Darien's upcoming 2020 bicentennial celebrations. The live turtle exhibit continues to be the most popular attraction for children at the Darien Nature Center, which welcomes over 16,000 visits annually. A new forest and pond ecosystem will allow visitors to engage with several species of turtle that will live together in a 50-square-foot habitat that resembles their natural home.
This has been such a special collaboration between the Darien Nature Center and the Darien Foundation, because not only have they provided generous funding to us, but we've been able to meet with members of the foundation and our staff and talk about what is going to make the very best exhibit for the town of Darien, and we've really added value to the process by doing that.
The vast majority of food distributed by Person to Person is donated from local suppliers and businesses. A group of dedicated volunteers drives the brand new cargo van on these daily rounds, which each year account for more than $100,000 in collected food. Person to Person also has an extensive youth program, offering many Darien High School and middle school students their first experiences at volunteering.
Thanks to the Darien Foundation, we have a beautiful new van. We're very excited about it, not only because it's new and it's safe for those who are riding in it and driving and going to pick up all the food, but also it speaks to the support of the Darien Foundation, as well as speaks to what Person to Person does in the community.
For more than 20 years, the Darien Foundation has been investing in Darien, offering our town's youth, emergency services, and community organizations an avenue to pursue innovation and excellence. Collaboration with you, the members of our community, has been vital to our mission. Thank you for supporting the Darien Foundation. We are building a better Darien together.
Celebrating and supporting Darien athletes. That is a simple mission of the Darien Athletic Foundation. Broadcasting live from the field, DAF Media covers 125 games a year. All Darien teams, our youth, in our town, on our fields. Fields like the Center Oval and Upper Oval turfs, the JV softball field, and Stadium East, the longest turf in New England, all made possible by the Darien Athletic Foundation and its generous founders and donors. The Darien Athletic Foundation is not just committed to building our town's athletic infrastructure, it's improving the civic infrastructure for everyone to enjoy. The multimedia scoreboard, the snack bar pavilion, and the stadium lights, a $750,000 investment that makes Darien High School just the second school in Connecticut with LED lights. The Darien Athletic Foundation Board is made up of local parents, parents who know just how quickly it goes by. Its archives of more than 60,000 photos capture those precious moments of our young athletes as they strive to be their very best. The Darien Athletic Foundation has raised almost $9.5 million for our town and its kids, and it's not stopping there, as it continues to build a legacy for our youth as bright as their future, both on and off the field.
This broadcast is produced by DAF Media, a joint venture between the Darien Foundation and the Darien Athletic Foundation. The production is staffed by student and adult volunteers from the town of Darien and southwestern Connecticut.
Welcome back here on the DAF Media Network as we get ready for the second half of this varsity football matchup between the Darien Blue Wave and the Wilton Warriors. On your screen, you see Darien's upcoming schedule. They'll head to Ludlow next week. We'll do that game. Then they'll go to St. Joe's. Then they'll play number 6 Norwalk, followed by McMahon, followed by the Turkey Bowl against number 3 New Canaan. Forgot to mention that St. Joe's is currently ranked number 2 in Game Time's top 10 poll. So DAF Media will do 4 of the next 5 games. We're trying to get the St. Joe's games. That's TBD. The DAF Media streaming schedule, as always, is subject to change.
Yeah, just looking at those next 5 games, some tough opponents: St. Joe's, Norwalk, New Canaan. That's the rest of their season right there for Darien.
Yeah, you got 3 of your next 5 games against top 10 opponents. And you look at these Game Time polls and everything else to bring it back to today. Everyone's looking forward to those 3 games, saying, yeah, we've seen Darien so far. They had a quality win against Newtown, but they haven't been really tested so far. This is not what we thought we'd see today, a 22-14 game at halftime, a game in which Wilton had the lead for most of the first half.
But, I mean, it's a good experience for the Wave, getting a tough competition out here, because those, I mean, even that Fairfield-Ludlow game should be tough competition. So the Blue Wave needs to start seeing some of these teams that really can test them and challenge them.
Yeah, first, though, they got to get through this second half of this. So we're ready. Wilton will start with the ball, and you got to think a quick score for Wilton, or a score at all, really, is imperative to kind of stay in this game.
Yeah, they need to just get points on the board, down by 8 points to the Blue Wave.
Yeah, of course, Darien scored a late touchdown in the second half and went for 2. Minikis was able to connect with Jake Wilson on a fake extra point to make it 22. Darien's other 2 touchdowns both came on special teams, a punt return and the opening kickoff returned for a touchdown. Wilton's 2 scores coming on a Masterson 20-yard rush and a little slant across the middle to Woodring.
Here we go, look good.
Had some problems with the clock, but we look ready to go now as Darien will look to boot it away to start off the second half. There's the boot. Calabrese Fields around the 15. He'll look to take this one back. A solid return out to about the 28. The Wilton offense will set up 1st and 10. While we have a moment, I'd like to give a shout out to our DAF Media production crew: Davis Depp directing, Riley Gulo on camera, Mikey Mercine doing replay, Darton Mass on graphics, and Eric Bellingham also on camera. Of course, the Darien Foundation is a joint venture between the Darien Darien Athletic Foundation. Media is a joint venture between the Darien Foundation and the Darien Athletic Foundation to bring you all these games, all students run. Masterson in the shotgun here, looking to get the Wilton offense rolling once again. Masterson's throw over the middle is caught for a good, solid gain by number 4, Craig Heisey. And Braden, maybe this is the start of establishing the passing game that Wilton really was not able to do a whole lot of in the first half.
Yeah, I mean, Wilton, it took them a little while to get the passing game going. But if that's something they need, if they want to continue to put pressure on this Blue Wave team, put some points on the board, because you can't run the ball every time.
We saw once they were able to get into their home half or their side of the field, they were able to really establish the run game. But besides that, not a whole lot doing. But they'll try to flip that here. Masterson hands it off to Summers on the far side. He breaks a tackle or 2, but eventually brought down for not a whole lot of a gain.
I got to assume in that Darien locker room at the half, that was something they put an emphasis on, is stopping that run game from Wilton, because that's just an area they've really been beaten on so far in this game.
You got to think the vast majority of Wilton plays were a Masterson run or a handoff to Summers in the backfield. Not a whole lot else going besides the run plays.
Yeah, but the few times Wilton has gone with a pass play that's slant over the center of the field, it's kind of worked for him. Got a couple big receptions on it.
Yeah. Looking something they'll look to establish more here. Masterson in the shotgun once again. Summers to his near side. Summers coming out a little. Masterson dropping back, looking to throw. That pass a little high, but Parker Woodring able to come down with it around midfield. That'll be a first down for the Wilton Warriors.
Woodring had that big touchdown catch in the first quarter. he just what's something that impresses me about his game is just his ability to jump up there and make those catches that at times look almost impossible to make. He picks up a nice catch there.
So their throw seemed to sail a little on Masterson, but Woodring able to come down with it. Woodring listed at 6'3", plus his jumping ability. He's a dangerous threat as a receiver.
Just something as a quarterback makes you feel good if you know you have kind of an off throw. That guy's willing to go out there, put his body on the line, and make a catch.
Yeah, Masterson once again in the shotgun. And he'll look to run on the near side. He's able to bounce to the edge and pick up a bunch. This will be a first down and some for Wilton as Masterson's able to break one for a little gain. This is going to get spotted all the way down near the 35, and it will be 1st and 10 for Wilton. We'll take another look.
Yeah, that fake handoff to Summer, but then finds his way all the way to that far sideline. Found a hole there to pick up the first down.
Yeah, and by no means comparable to the Darien student section right now, but Wilton traveled pretty well. They got a small group over there. A little whiteout going to combat the Darien blackout.
As we mentioned, 70 degrees, might be a little bit warmer in the whiteout. But yeah, it's a tough atmosphere to come in here and play Darien. The opposing teams try to counteract that and bring a nice the section down, and Wilton has a good showing today.
Masterson here with the option, the pitch to Summers. Summers not able to get dragged down in the backfield. He'll turn this one upfield. He'll be shoved out of bounds around the 25. Still waiting for a spot. That'll be enough to move the chains and be a first down Wilton, as we'll take another look here.
Summer broke the tackle there. Kind of a little bit less known stiff tackle. Nice job by Legler just to shove him out of bounds.
Yeah, so 1st and 10 Wilton. And this really is the first time we've seen the Wilton team move the ball efficiently from their half of the field into the other side. Both of the better Wilton drives started in their own half of the field.
Yeah, we talked about what would happen in the Darien locker room at the half. I think that's what happened on the Wilton sideline. It's just they got to get some better offensive possession goings and move the ball really down the field.
Masterson in the shotgun once again, dropping back, looking to throw. Masterson's pass over the middle is caught. That's a touchdown. Wide open, Craig Heisey. There was not a man in sight. He'll haul that in the end zone. And Wilton will make this a 22-20 game.
I want to see the replay here. It's almost like Darien had some miscommunication. Yeah, right there. He broke both of his defenders. There was 2 guys that he just ran right past them. I'm not sure who the players were, but that's a great read from Grant Masterson to find the open receiver. Looked like Allegro and Damel there. Someone was supposed to cover him, and he just was left wide open.
And Heisey able to haul that one in. He had 2 touchdowns in the Notre Dame-West Haven game. Gets another one there. Wilton sends the extra point team out. You got to think that it's too early to go for 2 maybe. 22-20. Still look to make this a 22-21 game. As Michael Cooper on for the kick. The kick is up, and it's through the uprights and good. 22-21 Wilton, or 22-21 Darien, excuse me. As Craig Heisey able to come up with a huge reception there. Braden, we talked about it coming out of the break that Wilton needed. We thought Wilton needed points on that drive. They're able to do it and get right back in this game.
Yeah, that was a big catch from Craig Heisey, the senior captain. Putting the points up. They still are down 1 because of that Darien 2-point conversion, but it's now a much. This game's closer for Wilton now that they're only down by a point.
Yeah, and what we saw it in the Newtown game too. Darien got down early, came back, and then kind of ran away with it in the second half. Completely shut down Newtown in the second half of that game. Wilton wasn't going to let them have the same fate here as they were able to come out and put points on the board.
Yeah, I think that's almost the reasons why Darien won that Newtown game is their defense was just shut. They just shut down that Newtown offense, and Wilton, they kind of exploited a hole that they saw on the Darien defense, and they picked up 7 points off of it.
Another thing to watch, Minikis has had a touchdown in all 4 of Darien games so far. Thus far, he is scoreless. So that ball is fielded by, I believe that's Stafford. And he'll cut it back across the middle. Stafford still going. He'll lunge forward a few more yards. That'll bring it out to the 35, maybe the 36 for the Darien offense. 1st and 10, trying to respond to the Wilton touchdown.
It was a nice spin move by Stafford to gain that just a couple extra yards.
1st down 10 for Darien.
Just took another look at it, and he broke a defender there, getting a couple more.
So Drake out once again. He'll be in the shotgun. Miles Drake.
Miles Drake, Kaminsky alongside.
He'll hand this one off to Kaminsky. Kaminsky right up the gut for a gain of, call it 4 or 5, maybe 6. And it will be 2nd and about 4 for Darien here.
2nd down 4. James Tom leading the way.
We've seen it all day. When Darien needs yards, they hand it to Kaminsky. Kaminsky able to run it right up the gut and get something. Drake hands it off to Kaminsky once again. Kaminsky breaks the tackle in the backfield. Kaminsky to the near side, bouncing around the edge. There is a flag on the turf. Kaminsky still going. Dives down to about the 40. We'll see what this flag is. This one might be coming back, Braden.
It might. It's something that it wouldn't be a shocker. It's happened to the Blue Wave a lot today. It looks like it might be a holding.
And it is, in fact, a holding on Darien. This one will be called back. So for as well, Wilton has played early. A lot of Darien penalties are really helping them out. That's the second or third time Darien's had a big play get called back on penalties.
Yeah, it's just the killer to any team when you have that big play, big momentum boost, and it gets called back, especially for something as silly as like a holding penalty.
Happened on the first down after a big gain earlier that set up 1st and 20 in Darien. That drive ended up stalling out, so we'll see what they're able to do here. This is going to be about 2nd and 4, so much more manageable. 2nd and 6, excuse me. Drake in the backfield. Drake in the shotgun now, dropping back, looking to throw.
That's not legal.
Drake's pass to the near side is caught.
There's a flag down.
There is a flag down. Not sure what that's going to be.
It was a delayed kind of flag at the line of scrimmage.
Jake Wilson brought that one out to about the 36. Of course, we'll have to see what this flag is to see whether that'll stand or not. Another look here. Wilson able to just catch it and go, turn upfield, had a lot of room on the near sideline. It's going to be a defensive hold, but that penalty will be declined by Darien. So Wilson's reception will stand. Darien will move the chains, and that will set up 1st down.
Actually, Darien reception, correct me there. Wilton reception, but yeah, nonetheless, it is still a catch.
Chains are moving. Drake's getting ready here for the offense, looking to keep this drive going and extend the 1-point Darien lead.
Ball on the 37-yard line of Wilton.
Ball's on the 37, 1st and 10. Drake, fake handoff to Kaminsky. He'll take it up the middle for a gain of a few.
Stopped by Carter Galante. Gain of 4, 2nd down 6. Ball on the 33-yard line.
Darien looking to capitalize once again on the offense. Looks like they're just shy of the red zone, but they could just pick up a big play here and move the chains.
Drake in the shotgun, dropping back, looking to throw. Pass over the middle is incomplete, well outside the reach of number 28, Trevor Herget, and that will force 3rd down.
3rd down 6.
Wilton can make a stop here. This would be a big stop for them and kind of force Darien's hand if they're going to try a very long field goal, punt it, or go for it on 4th and 6. But
yeah,
it's a tough task to stop this Darien offense on 3rd down.
It's going to be interesting to see the play call here. Drake in the shotgun. Kaminsky's next to him on the near side. Drake dropping back, looking to throw. This will be a screen to the near side. That is incomplete. I believe there was a whistle before the snap.
Yeah, but I don't see a flag on the field.
There is a flag on the far side of the field. So that far referee blowing the play dead before we got going there. And it's going to be offsides on Wilton. I don't believe that's going to be enough to give Darien a 1st down. So it's going to be 3rd and about 1, I believe. So Darien will get another try. That screen pass that Drake threw there was dropped, of course. Blown dead before it started, didn't matter. Darien now faced with 3rd and 1. Drake in the shotgun. Run to hand the ball to Kaminsky. He'll just power up the middle, breaks a tackle. Kaminsky down to the 10, inside the 10. Probably going to come down to the 8. His helmet did come off. Kaminsky will have to step off for a play. There is a flag, of course. Anyways, should it hold, a good 1st and goal for Darien.
I think that's going to be against Kaminsky. I think he was saying his helmet got ripped off. But he's going to have to come off for a play, and I think there was a penalty against him. Might be a personal foul.
We'll see what the call is. The referee's still conferring. We're waiting for a signal.
Because what's interesting is Kaminsky had his helmet off, and he was yelling at one of the referees, and the referee threw the flag at that moment.
This referee crew not short on deliberations so far. They're doing everything they can to make sure they get the calls right. as the Darien offense has started walking backwards. And I think you may be right, Braden. This one might be coming back.
I think that's the only difference there, is if it's going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct or a personal foul. I'm not sure on all the speculations of it, but I believe a personal foul, you might get 2 or something before you're ejected from the game.
Yeah, also just making sure the flag was officially after the play. It is an unsportsmanlike conduct on Darien. Flag was after the play, so technically the play will stand, so this will become first. It will still be a first down for Darien. It will also be first and goal, and they'll be going from the, appears to be the 23-yard line. So first and 23 here for Darien. First and goal.
And keep in mind, Kaminsky is out of this play because his helmet did fall off.
Yeah, so Kaminsky talked a little to the referees. Referees didn't like that unsportsmanlike conduct. We got Drake in the shotgun here. A long first and goal. Drake calls for it, dropping back, looking to throw. Drake under pressure. He's able to toss this one out to the far side. That'll fall incomplete, and it will be second and long.
It's a great job by Drake to force his way out of the Darien or the Wilton defensive line and kind of threw up a floater pass, but unfortunately they couldn't haul it in.
Yeah, Jamal Mirage was the intended receiver, in place for Kaminsky on that one. You got to think Kaminsky will come back in now after his one play for his helmet coming off. Similar to college, a safety rule. Kaminsky's back out there. Second and goal from the 23.
Peter, we mentioned that rule, same as the college. That one speculation is that if the opposing team rips it off, you don't have to come out on the play, and I think that's what Kaminsky was arguing, that it was ripped off.
We have more whistles and an official's timeout. We'll see what this one's about.
There's a player down for Wilton.
A Wilton player down in the secondary. We'll take a short break and be back when play resumes. Welcome back here on the DAF Media Network. Wilton injured player is off the field, and we're ready to go once again. Drake in the shotgun. Empty backfield. Drake dropping back, looking to throw. Pass is caught. That's Jalen Lesperance. Lesperance gets dragged out of bounds inside the 5. There is a flag down.
That's going to be, I think, against Wilton. Yeah, that a line judge called it. It might be some sort of horse collar grab or something.
Yeah, I think they officially changed the name for horse collar tackle, but that's going to be the concept here. As you see, he just got Lesperance going along the run.
Yeah, watch number 2 here.
Calabrese just drags him out by the jersey. This is actually going to be a big call because the Kaminsky penalty set up first and goal from the 23. So this would have been a third down from about the 5, a third and goal. But I believe this penalty might give them an automatic first down.
I'm not sure.
I could be wrong about that. There are too many foot penalties in this game. So right now, officially 3rd and 6. We're waiting on the official call from the referees.
Personal foul?
Yeah, so equivalent to a horse collar tackle. Not sure what the official name of that is.
First down.
Braden, you were right. It's a
2-yard line.
going to be from the 2-yard line, and it will give Darien an automatic first. No, it won't. I don't even think the down guy knows what's going on here. Is there some confusion?
Second down.
I don't think it's second down. Either way, Kaminsky will just run it off the gut. It won't matter, no doubt about it. And that will be a touchdown for Darien.
Yeah, Kaminsky there doing a great job picking up the touchdown, even though, I mean, he debatably set Darien back that extra 20 yards with the unsportsmanlike conduct, but he still put it in the end zone for the Blue Wave.
Yeah, when you stick Kaminsky on the 2-yard line and hand him the ball, that's a touchdown 9 times out of 10. Darien looking to kick the extra point here to make it 29-21. Good snap, good hold, kick is up and good. That'll make this a 29-21 game with 7:03 left in the third quarter. So back where we started with the second half. Both teams put up a touchdown, 8-point game. You got to take another important possession for Wilton, and until they score and can get a stop, they're going to keep having important possessions. Because if you let a Darien team go up by 14 or 15, that's a slippery slope.
Yeah, you know, Wilton, they got to just come out here. They got to put up a touchdown at least. And then it's going to be interesting if they go for 2 or they kind of push that off to later in the game. But they need a touchdown here soon before Darien can continue to pile on the scoreboard.
Herget getting ready to kick this one away.
Trevor Herget, second kickoff for Darien.
Got Calabrese and George Hahn back deep for Wilton. 7:03 left here in the third. 8-point game. Darien leads 29-21.
Cheerleaders rocking out.
So Herget kicks a low kick. A little squib. This one recovered by Wilton around the 23-yard line. No return. Wilton will set up 1st and 10 from the 23.
Yeah, Darien there kind of played Wilton's games with that kind of low line and kick.
Wilton takes over, first down 10, ball on the 23-yard line.
So Masterson setting up, trying to get the offense going, and you got to think, really, as we've said, another important possession here for Wilton.
Yeah, this is a make or break possession for the Warriors.
Masterson in the shotgun. Calabrese in motion across the field. Masterson dropping back, looking to throw. Finds Calabrese on the far side. That is caught for a gain of 2 or 3, not much more, as he was taken down right away. And it will be second down. We'll take another look.
That's great alertness to find Calabrese on the outside, pick up a couple yards.
Yeah, they put him in motion, ran him across the field, and found him right away.
7, ball on the 26.
Masterson setting up in the shotgun. 2nd and 7. He's going to send Summers out again. Dropping back, looking to throw. He looks, finds Summers. High throw, that sails, and it will be incomplete.
It just overshot Sommer there.
Looked like he was concerned about getting a pass batted down by the Darien defensive line, and it just sailed on him.
Yeah, it's going to happen sometimes as a quarterback. You can't be perfect.
Masterson getting the play here on 3rd and 7. Looking to get a Wilton drive rolling and not give it right back to the potent Darien offense. It's Calabrese in motion once again. And there's going to be a flag on the play. It looked like Calabrese might have jumped in motion, but it's going to be on Darien. This is going to be a free 5 for Wilton.
Yeah, the Wilton tie was signaling on a Darien player. I think they did something first, and then Calabrese kind of broke the plane.
That'll make 3rd down and 2, ball on the 30.
So 3rd and 7 becomes a 3rd and 2 for Wilton here. So they're going to get a few more free yards. A lot of Darien penalties so far.
we were mentioning we thought the penalties would be killing Wilton, but it's really the opposite. Darien's really been getting kind of bit by those penalties.
Yeah, I've said it all day. Masterson in the shotgun, Calabrese in motion. Masterson fakes the handoff to Summers. Masterson takes it himself, cutting upfield. Masterson breaking free to the 50 where he is finally dragged down. And it will be 1st and 10 for Wilton from the 50. Masterson hobbling a little as he got up as we'll take another look here.
That Wilton sideline is fired up after that play. A big gain for their senior quarterback.
And time after time, when Wilton needs a big 3rd down conversion, Masterson or Summers steps up and gets it for him, and that's what's really kept them in this game.
Sounds like the motto for Wilton is when in doubt, run the ball, because they've just been running it all game. But it's been working for them. I mean, they've been getting a lot of rushing yards in this game, something that's very different from when you look at that Notre Dame-West Haven game where they threw for 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, so Masterson was hobbling after the play. We saw that. He'll actually come out. We have Andrew Acosta-Ria in now for Wilton at quarterback. Hopefully Masterson is okay as Calabrese is in motion again. Little pitch to Summers. That got blown up right away by the Darien defense. Ball comes out. Wilton jumps on it, though.
Recovered by Wilton.
And that's going to be a big loss and set up 2nd and long.
I guess we can take another look at that because it's almost like it was a missed snap. The quarterback thought he was getting it. Yeah, it went through Costa, and it was a nice job by Sommer to recover it. And then once again, a nice job by that Wilton O-line to stay with it. And it looks like Grant Masterson's coming back on the field. And Pete, when you got a guy like Grant Masterson, he is just so electric on that field. And with him coming back on here, that's going to add a little bit more life to this Wilton offense.
Yeah, that's big for Wilton. Masterson has been heading up this offense all day. Everything's gone through him as he's dropping back, looking to throw. Masterson's pass over the middle is caught. He'll turn upfield. That's going to be not quite to the 1st down, but a solid reception nonetheless to make it a much more manageable 3rd down here for Wilton. As we'll take another look at it. See Masterson dropping back. Good find over the middle, leaping catch. Number 33, Max Silva, the senior for Wilton on the reception there. And it will be 3rd and about 3.
Yeah, Silva averages around 8 yards per reception, and he picked up about 8 there, so the stat is kind of true.
And you see just how important Masterson is to this Wilton offense. The one play he came out for, major loss, he comes back, gets a gain right back. Masterson dropping back, looking to pass again. This one over the middle, that one falls and is caught?
I think
it was definitely tipped around, and it was caught. It looks like it was caught by Calabrese maybe.
They're moving the chains. It just went over Woodring.
So you see Calabrese jumping there, not able to come down with it. Ball bouncing around still, and only then is it caught by a Wilton receiver lying on the ground, not able to grab a number on him. But nonetheless, that is a huge play to keep this drive alive for Wilton and set up a 1st and 10 from about the Darien 35-yard line.
Jake Sommer, but regardless of who that was, that is a very heads-up play right there to see the ball falling out of your receiver and saving the drive.
Masterson dropping back, looking to throw again. Pass over the middle is caught once again. So after Wilton not able to set up much of a passing game all day, now they're finally getting this passing game going.
Yeah, like I said, Peter, that's something I got to assume that coaching staff for the Warriors really emphasized at halftime, is you can't win this game by just rushing the ball. You need to establish both sides of the ball.
Masterson with the throw, Woodring with the reception, and it will be another Wilton 1st down. This time they'll be going from about the 23. So they're looking to get into the red zone and get that touchdown the defense just allowed back. Masterson in the shotgun, somewhere behind him. Masterson looking to run. He'll cut it up the middle. Maybe 1 or 2, but really not a whole lot going. And it will be 2nd and 8.
That's all you need, just these short little plays, and they're going to add up to a couple yards here and there and just outside the 20.
You can get 3 1/3 yards of play. That's a 1st down, so it's all you need. Is Masterson able to do not quite that there. Sets up 2nd and 8. And they'll look to just keep this drive going. Masterson in the shotgun. Dropping back, looking to throw. Pass to the near side is... He definitely caught the ball. His feet were in bounds as the call on the far side. That will be hauled in as a catch.
Silva with another nice catch.
Yeah, so Silva, not a name we called a lot up to this point. 2 big catches in about 5 plays there. And it will set up a 3rd and 3 for Wilton. Darien student section starting to get on their feet. They know how big of a play this is.
It's a big play for the Warriors here. Kind of keep the trains moving and not kind of force their hand and make the decision.
Minute and a half here left. They're going to hand it off to Summers. Summers running up the gut. It's going to be close. It's going to depend on where the spot is. Based off the signal of the far referee, they're going to give it to him. It's not going to be 4th down. It's going to be 1st and 10 for Wilton from about the 12-yard line. Darien fans starting to voice a little displeasure with that spot, but nonetheless, it will be 1st and 10 for Wilton.
Yeah, I don't think Wilton's been more happy to see that chain gang move.
It's a generous spot. We're under a minute here left in the 3rd, and we're going to take a timeout.
Timeout, Darien.
Darien will take their first timeout of the day, first of the second half. We'll take a short break and be back when play resumes. Welcome back here on the DAF Media Network. We'll take another look there. Definitely close. It looks like he gets to the navy blue line cutting across the field, which was it's about at the 13.5. Either way, they're going to give it to him. So it will be 1st and 10 for Wilton here.
Yeah, it was definitely 1st down for Summer.
Masterson hands it off. Was going to be a run to Summer. It's going to be blown dead before that, though, as once again there is yellow on the turf.
I feel like all 5 referees out there have really been throwing the flags a lot and getting them all kind of involved and having some lawn conferences on the calls. But
they're definitely making sure they're getting the calls right, to say the least, Braden. As it looks, based off the Wilton players' reaction, I got to think this is a Darien penalty. It is offsides Darien. That's going to give Wilton a free 5 and set them up inside the 10 around the 8-yard line. So it will be 1st and 5 here. They still have the 1st down at around the 3-yard line. So it's not a 1st and goal. Masterson set up. They've been pounding the air. It's been an air attack so far on this drive. Not something we thought we'd be saying today after the first half, but nonetheless. Calabrese in motion across the screen. Masterson dropping back, looking to throw past the far side. Is caught by Calabrese. Calabrese near the pylon. Touchdown, Wilton. And that will make it 27-29. Darien will hold on to the lead with the extra point coming, but that's a huge play by Calabrese to get in for that touchdown.
That is just an amazing play by Calabrese on that far sideline, hitting the pylon, getting into the end zone, and I think they're going to be keeping the team out there for going for 2 to try to tie this game up.
So you kind of knew it was going to have to come at some point, Wilton's 2-point conversion. They didn't do it on their most recent touchdown, but it looks like they're going to do it here. Offense will stay on the field. Here it is, Wilton going for a tie, 29-27, 29 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter.
Now remember, Pete, high school football overtime starts at the 10-yard line, so they are used to these type of plays, playing in overtime last week.
Masterson in the shotgun. Watch Calabrese on the near side of your screen. He's been his favorite target so far. It's going to be a fake pitch to Summer. Masterson rolls to the other side. Masterson looking to take it in, and he gets in for the 2-point conversion. We have a tie game. The Wilton sideline is going crazy. 29-29 here with 29 seconds left in the 3rd quarter.
Warriors fans, you got to get hype after that one. It's a tie ball game with 12 minutes still left to play in this one. Masterson just can't be stopped by this Blue Wave team, and once again showing why he's so dominant on the run game.
You see the Calabrese touchdown there, and here's another look. You see the fake pitch to Summers. Every short game so far has gone to Summers. You see a little Darien defense sell. Masterson takes off on the far side and just sneaks into the end zone to get the 2-point conversion. That's a huge play for Wilton here at the end of the third quarter.
I think it's something interesting to note here that we haven't mentioned. This Wilton team vary on the underclassmen side. Only 17 seniors on their roster. Grant Masterson played last year as their starting quarterback on the 7-on-7 season, so he's got that experience and he's using it as we've seen so far in this game.
And last week we talked about it all day, that overtime game against Notre Dame West Haven. Wilton head coach said in a post-game interview he didn't go for 2, not because he wasn't confident in a 2-point play, but because he didn't want to give Notre Dame West Haven a chance to win it with an extra point. So they had a 2-point play they were confident in. Maybe it was that one. We saw it there. Beautiful execution by Wilton to tie this game up.
Once again, Peter, I mentioned the overtime rules. They started at the 10-yard line, no first downs available, and they got it on their first play. A 10-yard pitch out there, very similar there, a Masterson rush. So they have experience after that Notre Dame West Haven game.
Michael Cooper with the boot, fielded by Darien. Try to break it up the middle. Solid return for Darien. He's going to end up getting dragged down around the 35. As we hit 20 seconds left here in the third quarter. Braden, you and I included, there were some people concerned about this game not being close, about Darien just running away with it after the first quarter. But to Wilton's credit, they have stuck with Darien toe-to-toe all day. And it looks like, barring a huge play here, we're going to go into the third quarter with a tie ball game.
Going into the fourth quarter,
Fourth
Peter,
quarter,
with a tie
excuse
game.
me.
Yeah, it's going to be an exciting one. This Wilton team, they made the state playoffs for the first time since 1995 last season. So this is a program that's on the rise.
And you see, if you look at some of the past events.
Kaminsky's gone.
Kaminsky's gone, as he's going to drag this one down to the 30. I said barring a big play, it won't be a touchdown, but Darien is going to be set up in a beautiful spot here as Kaminsky breaks another one. We'll take another look. Just a handoff right up the gut. Kaminsky finds a hole and is just able to keep going down to about the 30. It will be 1st and 10. We'll head to the fourth quarter. We're going to take a short break. We hope you stay with us for what is bound to be an exciting finish here.
Don't touch those remotes, people. We got an exciting one.
Welcome back here on the DAF Media Network for the start of the fourth quarter. Darien Wilton 29-29. Drake in the shotgun here. As there's a flag, all indications, I got to think Wilton jumped again, and this is going to be a free 5 for Darien, setting up 1st and 5. Well, Braden, two teams both in the FCIAC, they're very familiar with each other. They play all the time. But for a while, it's been all Darien.
Yeah, you know, these teams usually meet once a year, and Darien's just been running away with the matchups. The last time these teams played this close of a competitive game back in 2011, where the Blue Wave outlasted the Warriors 35-34 in double overtime. And this is living up to pretty much the same hype.
So we got 12 minutes left, so not going to speak too soon as Kaminsky picks up no gain there. But we're bound for a photo finish, to say the least. 29-29 here at the start of the fourth quarter, and it's going to be 2nd and about 5 for Darien.
Yeah, Kaminsky, it was a big run towards the late parts of the third, actually the final play of the third quarter to get Darien within the red, or just outside the red zone.
Here's Drake in the shotgun, looking to throw.
Flag is thrown, 2 flags down.
Drake's got a lot of time. Pass. Lesperout's in the end zone. That is caught. Touchdown, Darien! Of course, there is a flag on the field. We'll see if this one stands. But for now, a beautiful pass by Miles Drake to find Lesperout's in the end zone and give Darien a lead. Of course, pending this penalty.
Lesperout's with the touchdown catch.
It's going to be holding on Wilton. That is going to be declined.
Darien will hold the touchdown here. We'll take another look. Drake dropping back. Released an absolute dime from about his 35-yard line to find Lesrance in one-on-one coverage with Calabrese in the end zone. That'll be a touchdown for Darien. Make it 35-29, and they're on for the extra point.
Yeah, head coach E.J. DiNunzio is going to ask for a quick explanation on this. Because there was 2 flags thrown, and I think they both saw the same holding on Wilton.
Yeah.
Smartly, Darien's going to decline that penalty.
Yeah, Darien will take the touchdown over the 10 yards.
You never know, some coaches might.
So here we go, extra point coming to make this a 7-point Darien lead. Snap, hold, kick. Oh. It's blocked. Darien will jump on it, so no return, but a blocked extra point here. That'll make it 35-29. It will remain a 6-point game. We'll take another look. Snap. Wow. Can't see who it is on the edge there that got in and dove, but just a beautiful blocked kick by Wilton to keep this at a 35-29 game. 11:18 here left in the fourth. Everything that you want in a football game has happened today. Punt returns for touchdowns, kick returns for touchdowns, big extra point as we'll take another look, and now a blocked extra point by Wilton. This is not what we expected when we came in today. Exciting, amazing football.
It just shows you when you have two good teams this year. I mean, this is a good matchup here. And Wilton once again showing that they are not going to back down. They're going to play until that final whistle.
Not intimidated by the Darien jerseys, the Darien name at all. There is going to be a penalty of some sort, possibly an excessive celebration or something of the type. So Darien will be kicking off from the 50-yard line here.
I think it had something to do with those flags before the touchdown. It might have been applied to the kickoff or something. Because, like I said, the ref had to give an explanation to both sidelines. It wasn't just a simple holding and decline.
Here's the kick that will easily go out into the end zone. Calabrese won't make an effort at a return, and it will be a touchback.
Which, I mean, when you think about the penalties being applied to the kickoff and moving up those extra yards, I'm not really sure if it's an advantage for Darien. The fact they got to now kick it a little bit shorter distance, I mean, you may be getting an advantage if the other team can't really return it, but more than likely you're going to see a touchback like that.
At the very least, you'll get a touchback, you got to think. So here we are, 35-29, 11:18 left in the fourth quarter. A back-and-forth game all day. Wilton just blocked the extra point. You thought Darien was going to have every inch of momentum in this place after the absolute dime thrown by Miles Drake for the touchdown, but Wilton able to get a little back with the blocked extra point. Masterson coming out in the shotgun and going to try to leave Wilton on another drive here and get back in the end zone. Calabrese in motion. And Darien jumped again. We saw it on the far side. That one was blatant. This is going to be a free 5 for Wilton.
Yeah, the Darien sidelines, they were saying there was a penalty on Wilton first. So I'm not sure if they told their guy to go off sides intentionally to force a flag, but the Darien sideline thought there was a flag against Wilton that there was a no call on.
It's the junior Leighton Reeser on the far side that jumped. It's Masterson now 1st and 5 from the shotgun. Somers next to him. Calabrese in motion. Masterson dropping back to the near side, or far side, that's Woodring. Woodring with the catch. First down, maybe a little extra, but not a whole lot. But either way, it'll set up first down. Excuse me, that was Sean Wiseman on the reception.
Peter, I think a big reason that Wilton is staying in this game is the fact that they don't get rattled. Whenever Darien has a big play, they stay calm and they retaliate against it. Jeremiah Stafford, first play, touchdown to the house. They retaliate, put up a touchdown. Once again, a touchdown there from the wave. They block the extra point. They kind of get those little momentums on their side so that they're not technically rattled.
We've seen it time and time again. A team comes in here, hangs around with Darien for the first quarter or so, then Darien runs away with it towards the end. Wilton not going to let that happen today as they're hanging tight with the powerhouse towards the end. Masterson dropping back, throw over the middle to no one, just to space. That one will be incomplete. Maybe a little miscommunication there, and it will be second down.
Yeah, something wasn't right there. Masterson checked down, on his plays there. It's almost like he had the wrong route because he was looking for someone, but there was just no one there to throw it to. Now going to force a 2nd and 11.
So Darien, not the only powerhouse in trouble right now. Greenwich is only trailing by 4 to St. Joe's after they took a kickoff return to the house. But we'll stay on this game. Masterson's pass to Calabrese incomplete. Maybe a little, Calabrese didn't look like he was ready. Maybe another little miscommunication.
Yeah, I think Wilton, as we mentioned, they don't get rattled. I think they might be a little rattled now. That's 2 errors right there in a row that they have made on plays that, if they were complete, would have been some good yardage.
Yeah, so now Wilton 3rd and 11 from about the 30. Line to get is right around the 41. And you got to think this is a big 3rd down. The last thing you want to do right now is give the ball back to a Darien offense that has been going. It's Masterson in the shotgun. Calabrese motions over. Masterson runs into Summers, swarmed immediately, just dumps it off to Summers. Summers going now. He's going to pick up the first down. And
it's gone.
Summers to the 30. Summers to the 20. Summers is going to take this one to the house. And Wilton is going to tie the game 35-35.
I don't know. That is unbelievable from Jake Sommer. We just got to check a replay to make sure her foot didn't touch that out-of-bounds line. But if that stands, that is just an unbelievable play, especially the fact that he ran into his quarterback to start the play.
There's no review in high school football, so this play will stand regardless as we get another look. Summers just hits the open field and goes. It's going to be a tie game. Wilton now has an opportunity with an extra point to take a 1-point lead here against Darien late.
This could be the biggest kick from Cooper this season to go up 1 point against the #1 ranked team.
Cooper entered the day 11 for 12 on extra points. High snap, but that is up and good. It will be 36-35. Wilton leads with 10:35 here left in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, Peter, that is just a big-time play from this Wilton offense. What's that, 60 yards downfield for a touchdown? That's just an unbelievable running play.
And all things indicated at the beginning. Masterson had a bad snap, ran into Summers right away, just lofted a little pass up because he was about to get hammered. Summers comes down with it, breaks free to the end zone, and puts points back on the board for Wilton. We'll take another look here. They run into each other. Masterson's about to get hit, little float pass, lob out to Summers, and he just takes it from there.
Also, you got to notice there, you got to give credit to that O-line there doing a nice job blocking and giving Sommer an open lane. But Peter, we've been mentioning that idea of not getting rattled. They make 2 errors on 2 passes. Don't get rattled. Little float pass to Summers, 60 yards for the touchdown. This Wilton team's never out of it.
Wilton has struggled in the 4th quarter, being outscored by a touchdown by their opponents. But they're in a dogfight here with Darien. 36-35, 10:35 here left in the 4th.
Cooper's going to try it again.
Cooper, ball fell off the tee. He'll realign this kick.
940-3286, support the old timer.
Short kick. Stafford had stepped up. He'll field that on the fly, but drop it, but able to come up with it. Stafford cutting across the far side of the field, taken down around the 30-yard line, just past it, and that will set up 1st and 10 for Darien. Braden, it feels like we haven't had a moment to breathe in a long time here. An absolute back and forth 4th quarter. Everything you could want in a football game if you're a fan of offense.
Yeah, if you're a fan of offense, this is the game for you. You got to give credit to that Wilton, the entire team. They did their homework on Darien. They have found just the smallest of weaknesses against the Blue Wave, and they've exploited them a ton today.
After the first play, the kickoff return, it looked like this one might get out of hand in a hurry. Wilton responds as Drake scrambling out of the pocket. He'll check this one down to Stafford, who will stay inbounds, pick up a 1st down, and maybe a little extra. So what looked like it might be a broken play that just gets him back to the line. Stafford able to stay in, turn it upfield, get a 1st down for Darien. We'll take another look.
Yeah, that's the speed of Darien right there that we've been talking on a little bit. Just Darien has a ton of speed, and they can almost outrun the opposition as Stafford does it once again, picking up the 1st down.
So here we go, 1st and 10 for Darien. Going from about the 44-yard line. Drake and company awaiting a play call. So the refs are still conferencing, discussing something. Possibly placement of a ball. We got a holding on Wilton, penalty declined, as it's beneficial to Darien just to take Jeremiah Stafford's turn upfield.
That's another really delayed call. I mean, the play was almost over, and I think they threw the flag.
Yeah, no, they're also taking their time, making sure they get these calls right. So here we are, 1st and 10. Drake in the shotgun, dropping back, looking to throw. Drake looking towards the near side, ball thrown to Minikis. Minikis in coverage, there's a flag. That's going to be pass interference on Parker Woodring. There was a lot of contact there. You thought that might be coming. That's going to be big for Darien.
Now there's a flag back at the line of scrimmage as well. So they could be offsetting. In that case, that would be huge. Now remember, high school football rules is a 15-yard penalty. If this was the NFL, the pass interference would bring them down. But
So
it's looking like they could offset.
So the refs, here's our official call. We're going to get a holding on Darien, and we're going to get a pass interference on Wilton. So those penalties will offset, and they will repeat first down here. 1st and 10 for Darien. So after all that, we'll just do it again one more time. 10 minutes, 6 seconds left here in the 4th. 36-35, Wilton leads. Drake in the shotgun. Minikis was the intended receiver there. Not a name we've said a whole lot of today compared to what we think we'd be saying based off his performance so far this season. Drake dropping back, looking to pass once again. Throw to the near side. There's Minikis wide open. Catches it in stride. He's to the 10. He will score. That's a touchdown, Darien. And they fight right back. Wilton can have a big play. Darien says, look at us, we can do it too. Minikis scores for the touchdown, and Darien retakes the lead.
It's going to be interesting here if they go for 2 or just kick the extra point.
Yes, we'll take another look. Minikis hauls it in. Great play by Matthew Minikis, the senior, to stay in bounce and just take it to the house.
Yeah, they're going to keep the offense on the field. I think they're going for 2.
I think you got it. You're under 10 minutes. You just had a PAT block. Trying to get it back.
Once again, a 2-point conversion means that Wilton would have to score the touchdown and kick the extra point just to tie the game up. And we're going to see a timeout now.
Timeout, Warriors.
So the Wilton Warriors will burn their first timeout of the 4th quarter. 9:55 left here in the 4th. Darien leads 41-36. Based off what they showed us, it looks like they're going to go for 2 and try to make this a 7-point game once again.
I think you have to. I think head coach Mike Forget and Darien knows that Wilton is very capable of making a big play and bringing it back in the end zone, and you need that layer of protection that if they do bring it in the end zone, a PAT won't lose you the game.
Yeah, so the big thing is you just want to keep it a 1-score game. If you allow another touchdown, and this has not been a defensive battle in the 4th quarter, to say the least. So Mike Forget will send the offense back on the field. Drake and company coming out.
This is crucial right here. If they can pull this off, it's going to be a lot harder for Wilton to come back in this game, considering the fact they need a touchdown and a PAT just to tie it.
Also, just from a momentum standpoint, this is huge. So Drake's in the shotgun. Stafford's behind him. Kaminsky's on the far side. And the Darien offensive line stumbles over each other. I think this flag's got to be on Darien. This is going to be, they're going to be moving back 5 yards. This completely changes things, Braden.
I think you have to keep him out there, though. You can't just pull the offense off the field.
And it looks like they're staying out here. Now, instead of going from the 2-yard line, they're going to go from the or 2 or 3 yard line. They're going to go from the 7 or 8 yard line here. Drake in the shotgun once again. It's the same formation. Stafford behind him. Kaminsky to his right, now moving to his left. And here it is, folks. Biggest play of the game thus far. Drake drops back. Flag on the far side. Pass wide open in the end zone. That's Jake Wilson, the junior, to haul it in. We'll see what the flag is. But for now, Darien gets the 2-point conversion. And that's going to make this a 7-point game. We're waiting for the call. Officials, as per usual, conferencing.
That flag was right on the snap of the play.
This could go either way. Darien offense has come off the field. Wilton defense staying on the field. They, of course, think it's to the other. Here's the call. And it's on Darien. So another Darien penalty is going to back them out. That's an illegal shift here in the fourth quarter on the two-point conversion. Darien's going to get backed up another 5 yards.
Jeez.
Now they're going to be going from the 13. And Braden, I don't know if there's a more fitting thing to happen on our biggest play of the game thus far than a penalty, because that's been the story of today. Just penalties by Darien that have bailed Wilton out time and time again.
Yeah, Peter, something wasn't right when that line judge threw the flag and the play hadn't even developed yet.
Very rarely do you see a flag from a line judge on the far side of the field right at the snap. So Darien sends the offense out for a third time, this time going from the 13-yard line. Kaminsky on the left. Drake dropping back, looking to throw pass to the end zone. Is intercepted! That's Parker Woodring. He's going to go out of bounds. It won't matter. But Darien will not get the two-point conversion, and this will remain a 5-point game.
That is unbelievable right there. Darien had 3 opportunities to put it in the end zone for the 2 points, and the flag will once again come back to bite the blue wave.
We'll take another look here. Drake dropping back, looking to throw, and Woodring was just there the whole way to not let that ball get caught. So it's a 5-point game here with 9:55 left here in the fourth. Wow is all I can say, Braden.
I'm speechless, man. This game is intense.
A Darien team that is usually disciplined, that usually does not have a turnover bug as bad as they have it today, has 2 flags thrown on back-to-back two-point conversions and then can't get it on the third try.
We got to wake the stats guy up. I'm curious how many flags Darien has had in this game, because it's just been a killer to their game plan.
And it was from the start, right on the first drives, we saw offsides the whole day. Not to take anything away from Wilton, they have played an amazing game, and to their credit, they have stuck with Darien as the kickoff here is fielded around the 2-yard line. But Darien just unable to stay disciplined enough to avoid these flags. As we got a nice little return going here. That's number 26, George Hahn, the junior, the 5'7" junior, on the return there to bring it out to about the 25-yard line. Going to turn out to be about a 23-yard return. So Wilton down 5, under 10 minutes here in the fourth. What a game.
And once again, you look at that score, only a 5-point lead for Darien. So a touchdown, regardless of the after, will be a Wilton lead.
This is not the game most people expected, maybe unless you were a Wilton fan heading in. Well, what a treat we have today. Masterson in the shotgun. Calabrese in motion once again. Masterson calling for the snap, and it's going to be a false start. Wilton's going to back themselves up 5 yards this time.
False start, Wilton.
This is another make or break possession for the Warriors. If you punt it back over to the Blue Wave, you're giving them an opportunity to put more points up and potentially put this game away. But they need to keep the pressure on, need to keep running the plays, and continue to move the ball downfield.
So 1st and 15 for Wilton here. Masterson getting his play call. In the shotgun. Masterson dropping back, looking to throw. He's under pressure. He hucks this one up. It's going to be ruled incomplete. They're saying it hit the turf. Or no. No, they're giving him the catch. Just he was down.
Yeah.
So it will be 2nd and 10 here for Wilton.
Yeah, the ref was pointing to the ground rather than an incomplete crossing of the hands.
Darien, not the only powerhouse in trouble right now. I mentioned the Greenwich game earlier. They were able to recover an onside kick, take the lead, but then St. Joe's scored a touchdown, and they're back up 24-20. So the number 1 team in trouble, the number 2 team in a dogfight as well. It's not a great week to be ranked high in the game time high school football rankings. Calabrese in motion once again. Masterson drops back. Some pre-snap confusion. This ball to Woodring on the far side falls incomplete out of bounds.
Yeah, they were going for that big play, looking for the first down, and just overshoots the receiver.
So 3rd and 15 here. 8:39 left in the fourth quarter.
Darien calling for their student section to get electric here, put the third down pressure on the Wilton Warriors.
See, James Tom walked over and hyped him up. 3rd and 15. And we said the 2-point conversion was the biggest play of the game. Here's a new one. 3rd and 15 for Wilton. They've done well on 3rd down thus far. It's a trend they would like to keep going here. Masterson in the shotgun. You got Calabrese, the second receiver, on the near side of your screen. Woodring on the far side. Those have been his 2 priority targets so far. Masterson dropping back, and he has hit it, brought down in the backfield. Flag is down, but a huge sack by number 78. That's Cole Murphy, the senior for Darien. We'll see what the call is. Probably, if I had to guess, it's going to be a holding. It is. It's going to be a holding on Wilton. That penalty will be declined. It will be 4th and long for Wilton, and they're going to have no choice but to punt this ball away. What a play by the senior Cole Murphy.
Taking a look at it. He just broke the entire O-line right there. No one could contend with him. Puts the sack up, and once again, it's going to be on the foot of Cooper to try to put the Blue Wave away and give him bad field position to start.
Still a lot of time left. Over 8 minutes, just under 8.5, as Cooper's going to boot this away. This is going to go sailing out of bounds. Cooper really needed to flip the field there. Not able to do the best job of it. We're going to wait for the official spot. Still walking back. It looks like it's going to be the 31-yard line, Wilton's 31-yard line. So Darien will take over, 1st and 10. The referee just walked it back a bit further. The spot will be officially at the 35. 1st and 10, Darien.
Wilton's got to get the defense going now. 2nd and 3 for the Blue Wave.
As there's another handoff to Kaminsky. He'll take it up the gut and bring it down to the 20. That'll be a 1st down. Brandon, we really haven't mentioned it today because it hasn't happened, but Darien came into this game with 6 turnovers in 4 games. They've been able to secure the ball well so far, but if you're this Wilton defense, there isn't a better time to get your 1st turnover of the game.
I believe it would actually be the 2nd turnover. I think they had that fumble earlier
Oh,
in the
yes,
game.
excuse me, they did have the fumble.
But as you mentioned, Peter, it is doable to force a turnover on this Blue Wave offense. And Wilton, I got to assume, is going to try to exploit that.
All season, that's been their Achilles heel. Today, it's penalties. But all season, it's been turnovers as this Darien offense sets up. 1st and 10. Drake hands it off to Kaminsky once again. Kaminsky takes it up the gut. Looked like he might break free there for a second, but still able to barrel down inside the 10. And the chain gang will move once again. It's going to be 1st and goal for Darien from the 9-yard line with 6:47 left here in the 4th quarter.
Peter, I think we were both thinking that those penalties on that 2-point conversion could have been the absolute killer to Darien this game, but they're showing once again that even the slightest setbacks can't hold them down.
And it's just so important that Darien converts here and gets a touchdown. 5-point game, field goal keeps it a 1-possession game. It's the other big thing about not getting that 2-point conversion. Drake hands it off to Kaminsky once again. Kaminsky finds a hole, able to pound and ground into the end zone for a touchdown. Darien scores, and when you have Ty Kaminsky and you can do that, it's almost unstoppable.
Student section's got to like that one right there. It's now an 11-point Darien lead.
Looking to tack on the extra point to make it 12 here with just over 6 minutes left here in the 4th quarter. And Wilton's task just became much harder.
Yeah, they got 6 minutes. They got to get in the end zone at least twice. But Ty Kaminsky, they can't stop him today. It's his 2nd touchdown of the game and another flag.
This one's going to be on Wilton, so it's going to be half the distance to the goal. I still think Darien kicks this, though. There's no reason to do anything else. 47-36, 11-point game.
Oh, you're wrong, Peter. The offense is coming back on the field.
And there's a reason I don't have a headset on, I guess, folks. So Darien, after the penalty, is going to send the offense back on the field. Drake and company coming out. They're going to try to go for 2 and make this a 13-point game.
Folks, if there's anything you've learned today, the 2 of us in this booth have no experience outside of this booth.
So Drake's just going to try to run it up the middle with Kaminsky. It'll work. It's going to be a 13-point game now.
I'm surprised by the decision, but I guess it paid off. So that's going to make it 49-36 for Darien.
I mean, seriously, Peter, we found out we can't be officials, can't call the plays, can't call formation. But you know what? At least we're good broadcasters here.
We're doing our best here, folks. So Darien will take a 13-point lead here with 6 minutes left. They're going to boot the ball back on the kickoff. Wilton needs to score. It's plain and simple. You got to get a touchdown here. And then you can start worrying about, do you onside kick it? What do? Do you give it back, try to get a stop? It's all going to come down how much time's on the clock. But first things first, for any of that to matter, they got to get on the board and score a touchdown.
Yeah, no question about it. They need a touchdown here to keep the pressure on Darien. And then you could give it to George Cooper or Michael Cooper and try to onside kick it. But once again, you got to start with that touchdown.
Trevor Herget going to kick it away for Darien. Calabrese back deep along. I assume that's George Hahn. It is, in fact, deep. So 2 men deep for Wilton.
And that's the thing. You look at the scoreboard. Even in Darien's, like, they made errors, but they still could put up 49 points. I mean, they just are a powerhouse.
Herget's kick.
Herget with the kick.
Fielded by Hahn. Around the 5-yard line. Hahn takes it back. He's going to get a block, but get tackled down inside the 15. So it'll be 1st and 10 from probably the 13th for Wilton. And while you don't need to take shot after shot to score, you do have to keep in mind the clock.
Yeah.
You got under 6 minutes now. Again, you're not exactly pressed for time here, but the more time you leave in the game, the quicker you score. You got to think that plays into Wilton's hands.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I'm actually a little confused with that call to run it back. They could have just taken the touchback, not let the clock tick off anymore, and would have gotten better field position than where they're at the 13.
Yeah, Masterson in the shotgun. Calabrese on the near side. Masterson dropping back, throw to the near far side. That'll fall incomplete. Parker Woodring was the intended target. That was Alec Medwar in coverage.
Once again, Wilton trying to make those almost impossible plays. Darien doing a better job shutting down the receivers. It's a 13-point Darien lead.
Masterson dropping back, throw to the near side. Calabrese comes down with it, immediately goes out of bounds. A gain or two or three, but nothing too extraordinary. And Wilton will have a 3rd and call it 6.
Right, still yards, and for Darien, they just got to continue to put the defensive pressure on.
Third down, 7.
Masterson in the shotgun, dropping back, looking to throw. Pass over the middle is tipped around, but incomplete. I'm not sure if that was targeted to Woodring or Calabrese. They were both in the area. Nonetheless, it's 4th down. You're on your own 19-yard line, 5:02 left. You got to go for it, 2-score game.
No, they're bringing the punt team on.
4th down, punt team.
Wow.
Time after time, there's a reason we don't have the headsets on the field, Braden. So they're going to punt this ball away with 5:02 left, unless they're going to attempt probably the most predictable fake in all of football. But
why would you do that with 2 timeouts left? You're potentially burning your 2nd timeout at that point.
I'm not sure. I got to think they're just going to punt it away here. And here's Cooper, and there's the kick. They're going to try to flip the field. And this isn't even really going to do that, as Darien still going to be in Wilton territory on the 40-yard line. 4:56 left in the 4th. I guess they just trust their defense to get a quick 3 and out here.
Yeah, I'm actually really shocked with that. We saw Cooper more of a kicker than a punter. The punts, they're not the longest of punts, as once again Darien's getting it on their own side, but it's now Wilton, I think, started to dig more into their hole.
I guess they just trust their defense that much, because you either need a quick 1st down and then a 3 and out, or just a straight 3 and out here. You cannot let Darien just run clock, as Kaminsky's going to take it there up the middle for a gain of about 5 to set up 2nd and 5. what makes that decision even more baffling to me, Braden, is that they just ran an entire drive where they were not able to stop Ty Kaminsky whatsoever, and you see it again there. He turns a gain of 1 or 2 into 5.
Yeah, the only thing that makes sense to me is that if they have more faith in their defense to make stops than in their offense to go up there and make a nice 20-yard play just for the first down.
Either way, here we are, 2nd and 5 for Darien. Drake in the shotgun. Drake takes the snap, hands it off to Kaminsky. Kaminsky runs up the middle, picks up the first down, still going, dragging 4 Wilton defenders along. Finally dragged down. There is a flag in, of course. Spot is around the 16. We'll take another look, and you see Kaminsky's hit at the line of scrimmage and just drags it along for a gain of almost 10. Kaminsky's helmet came off once again, so he's going to have to come off. It's going to be first down, pending the flag. Here we go. Unsportsmanlike conduct on Darien. So they're going to get backed up. I'm having deja vu to earlier when Kaminsky's helmet comes off and he got an unsportsmanlike conduct. Either way, they're going to get backed up here. So it's going to be first and... it's going to be first and a long way.
Shane Gang has to figure this one out as well.
So I think the call was officially after the play. Apparently not. I thought it was officially after the play. Apparently not. So it's going to be first and 10 from the 33. Drake in the shotgun.
Once again, Peter, we are not the officials in this game.
They hand it off to Mirage. Mirage bouncing to the edge. And he gets brought down there on the near side by Parker Woodring. And Kaminsky can come back in. It's going to be 2nd and about 5 as we'll take another look.
Peter, I think I've mentioned this in previous games. Darien has that one point in the game where they really turn all the jets on and run away with the game. And I think that point in this game is when they round 36-35, really turned it on, scored 2 unanswered touchdowns. And that's just the thing that makes Darien so solid, is at any point they can do that, turn the jets on, and really go off to the races, and the opposition can't stop them.
Junior receiver Isaac McMullen in for what I believe is the first time today.
Play clock once again hit 0.
And there's the snap. Hands it off to Kaminsky. Kaminsky bounces to the edge. Kaminsky has room, still going. He's down to the 10, and the spot's going to be right around there. It's going to be first and goal, Darien. 49-36, under 2.5 left. And you got to think any Darien score here would absolutely put this game away.
Yeah, and you see the play clock there, 30 seconds. Darien's going to take all 30 seconds to snap this ball.
Ball spotted on the 7.
Because they're first and goal, and a touchdown would put it away for the Blue Wave.
So it's becoming a much bigger ask for Wilton to come back in this game. Drake looking to destroy any hope of that, Drake and his offense. So Drake's in the shotgun here from about the 8-yard line. There's a high snap, but blown dead before then. And it's going to be a false start for Darien, so this is going to back him up 5 yards.
Yeah, Peter, I think regardless of the outcome today, I got to assume this Wilton team is very happy with their performance here today. A very underclassmen team, young team, seeing a top team like Darien. It's got to give them hope for the future that next year and the year after that, this Wilton team can come back and play Darien even harder year after year.
This is a Wilton team that really has not played a competitive game against Darien since 2011. It's been all Darien since then. Obviously, you want to take down the #1 team in the state. Obviously, you would want to win. But should Darien hold on, which it looks like they might be able to do, as Kaminsky here bouncing to the edge. He's finally brought down by a diving Woodring around the 5-yard line. But should Darien hold on and Wilton not win, as you were saying, obviously you'd want to win the game, but they got to be proud of the fight they brought out today.
Yeah, I mean, I think with the few minor tweaks they would make, if they play like this against other teams, I think New Canaan, Richfield, they have upcoming, they could give those teams just as hard of a fight and potentially even win those games.
Yeah, they made the state playoffs for the first time in a while in 2019. They're looking to – they're definitely a program on the rise, to say the least.
especially, like I said, a young team that Wilton has. Their head coach just kind of said in interviews before the season, the more experience we can give these guys, the better we're going to be in the future.
17 seniors, 57 underclassmen as Kaminsky's going to take that one in for the touchdown. That'll extend the Darien lead with 53 seconds left. And that'll all but do it here for this one.
Yeah, I mean, this game, it's looking like it could be done. Ty Kaminsky, I think he would deserve player of the game. He's just having a day for himself. I believe 3 touchdowns.
When Darien needs them, Kaminsky steps up. Minikis didn't have as big of a day as he's had for the rest of the elsewhere in the season. Props to Wilton for shutting him down. But besides that, Ty Kaminsky really stepped up, put Darien into that extra gear here late in the fourth quarter. And 55-36, all hope, but it's not over till the fat lady sings, but this one's all but over. As there's the extra point to extend this lead even more. It's going to be a 20-point Darien lead. 53 seconds left here in the fourth quarter.
And Peter, you look at a team like Darien going to Fairfield Ludlow next week. I think the one thing they need to change next week is they got to limit those penalties. They can't have a penalty called on them. You know, it felt like every other play. But the Falcons are a team like Wilton that if they play well can give Darien a tough time.
I believe it was either 2018 or 2019 Ludlow came in here under the lights and gave Darien a run for its money for a while there.
Yeah, it was 2019 opening week under the lights. But that was another game. Darien came out in the second half firing and just couldn't be stopped.
Yeah, but looking past that, you got St. Joe's coming up. You got Norwalk, who's number 6 in the state this year. And then obviously you have New Canaan. A game like today, you got to think they don't hold on against those top-ranked teams. So Darien definitely has some stuff to clean up going into next week and beyond.
Yeah, you mentioned Norwalk, New Canaan. They were supposed to play Friday. COVID pushed them back to Sunday. So they're going to play some Sunday afternoon football, I believe, at Dunning Field.
So here's Hurgett once again to boot it away. It's a little squib kick in this one. Bounce all the way to Hahn deep. He'll run this back and be brought down around the 25.
It's a smart play by Darien just to keep the clock moving, you know, really eliminate any possibility Wilton has coming back in this game. I mean, they're down by 3 scores at this point.
So a game that was 36-35, seemingly just moments ago. Darien goes off for 21 unanswered points and just puts this game away. We've said it before, that's what this Darien team is able to do, just push it into the extra gear and go. And they're able to do that late here against Wilton. There's Masterson, the shotgun once again. He'll look to throw, drop back, throw to the far side. Calabrese catches it and goes. That'll be enough to pick up the first down as he'll cross the 35 to about the 36. 39 seconds left.
Looks like the student section might be getting ready to storm the field after this one. It was a hard-fought game by Darien. I think they're going to come away with the win. Advance to 5-0. Played their first half of the season perfect.
Half a minute left. Calabrese throws. That one won't be caught by Woodring. That'll fall incomplete. So clock will stop.
I wouldn't be shocked if this Wilton team is a team that you see really rallies in these last 5 weeks, starts putting up some big wins against some big opponents. They played Norwalk, we mentioned solid. They played Pomperog in their Thanksgiving last week game, as well as New Canaan and Richfield. So they got some games that they could really put up some fights. And if they find their way in the top 10 poll towards the end of the season, I wouldn't be shocked at all.
And there's a run up the gut. That won't be enough for a first down, but in all likelihood will be enough to run enough clock off. It looks like they're going to try to run one more play here.
Why not?
Before the end of this one, get some more practice in. So Masterson in the shotgun. Dropping back, looking to throw. This one finds Calabrese over the middle once again. He'll be down at the 40-yard line, and that will do it for today. Your final Darien 56, Wilton 36 on this homecoming weekend here at Darien High School. Braden, some final thoughts from you.
Yeah, it was a great game by both sides. Wilton came in here and really gave Darien a run for their money. The first half they were stellar. Second half the defense kind of struggled towards the late goings. As for Darien, well played game all throughout. They got to limit those penalties though if they want to go in and contend with the top tier teams they're about to face in these upcoming weeks.
So Darien will move to 5-0. Wilton will drop to 3-2. But to be fair, both of those two losses were incredibly close games. Even if like this, the score doesn't necessarily reflect it.
Well, that's another thing you got to look at is the standings here. Darien, they still remain atop the FCIAC East. Wilton, with this loss, they're not going to be out of it in the state playoffs. They do need to now make a run in these last 5 games, but the season's not over at all for the Wilton Warriors.
So Darien will head and play Fairfield Ludlow under the lights on October 22nd. Wilton has New Canaan next Saturday, both away games for both teams. And that'll do it on behalf of the entire DAF Media production crew. My color commentator, Braden Shank. I'm Peter McLean saying so long. Thanks for joining us on this Saturday afternoon. Have a great day.